Hey everyone,
Hey.
what's going on? Well, yeah, welcome to my guests, Jamie, Pete, and Norin. How are you guys doing?
Doing well. Thanks for the invite.
Doing very good. Thank you, Mike.
Hey, you're welcome.
Doing great.
And Jamie, what time is it in Australia right now? I haven't even got a clue.
Of course you don't, Mike. We've established that in the green screen that you don't have a clue about my life currently. It's 8:15. So yeah, It's really good timing. A lot later than what you normally get me up for.
Wow.
Sleep in. Woo!
I never know the time difference, so here I am thinking, it's probably midday for Jamie whenever I ask her on. Obviously not.
No, don't be silly.
And Norin, what time is it where you are?
It's 4:17 right now. It just turned 4:17. Yeah.
Oh, you've got plenty of the day to go. It's all good.
Yeah. So like the kids just got out of school. Basically, that's what we did. Like the kids got home and like settled in and stuff like that, and then dinner in like a couple hours, pretty much.
Get you.
Wow.
Hey, fair enough. Well, thanks for joining me, Jamie. Thanks for joining on, and Pete, thanks for joining us always. Hey guys, welcome to the Hangout and Chat where we talk about anything, everything. If you're watching live, comment sections over here on my side. Drop a comment in, and we'll get to your question or comment. But before we get into all that good stuff, just wanted to kind of take the moment just to hand over to my guests. So, Jamie, we'll start with you. For anyone who hasn't seen Jamie before, do you want to just tell everyone a little bit about your channel?
Sure. I do reactions, reviews, and sometimes am lucky enough to interview people who've acted in the movies and shows that I like to watch. I mostly like to watch TV shows. I'm not really a movie person. I feel like every time I'm on a stream with Mike, I'm like, Mike, haven't watched that. Haven't watched that one yet. But I'm getting around to it. I tried my first anime the other day for the first time. So I'm branching out a little bit. I'm testing the waters, if that's what they call it. I don't know. But if you like that stuff, come check me out.
Awesome. Yeah, the anime the other day was One Piece, right?
Mm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Awesome sauce.
And is it okay to kind of tell us what you thought of it?
Yeah, I liked it. The only thing that scares me off is because Tyrone's been nagging me for quite a while to start an anime, and he's like, you don't like animations. I'm like, I do, but I would just prefer to watch a live action thing, something where I can, I don't know, not that you can't relate to the characters, but I don't know, I want to feel like I'm that person, and I can't really feel like that if I'm a cartoon character. So I do like animations, but I want more of a real experience. Anyway, so he's been nagging me for ages, and we checked it out. And the thing that scares me off is the 1,000 episodes, like having to commit to like 3 seasons. If somebody tells me it's 3 seasons, I'm like, too much. So 1,000 episodes, like, holy man.
Yeah.
Too much. No, maybe not too much. Maybe it's good and they keep going, but it's a lot.
Yeah, when I heard about that as well, Jamie, about the 1,000 episodes, I was like, I haven't got time to watch 1,000 episodes.
Right.
Right.
Yep.
I mean, what are your guys' quick thoughts? Like Pete and Norin, if someone told you, right, check out this series, but they're like, it's 3 seasons or more. Like, what are your guys' thoughts? Do you just jump into that, or just think, nah, maybe not?
It kind of really depends. Like if it's, I'm more comfortable if it's a certain content I know I'm going to be okay with. And for animes, I've watched tons of anime shows and anime movies and stuff. So like One Piece, I've watched that. I've watched Dragon Ball Z and Bleach and stuff. So, and then like when you guys told me about Cobra Kai, I was excited about that because I have a nostalgia love for that. And I love the movies. So I was like, okay, I just never found time to do it. And now that I had maybe like a key reason to do it, I didn't mind diving into it. It's more like I just can't stop. If I start it and then I stop, I probably most likely won't return to it. I have to commit and just keep going and keep going and keep going kind of thing.
Yeah.
Get you. Yeah, because I know you went on like a massive Cobra Kai binge as well. So
yeah, I did it. I think like, it was a month. It was a little over a month. It was like just over 4 weeks that I did all the seasons to catch up. Yeah.
That makes Mike and I so proud. so proud.
Pete, have you seen Cobra Kai?
Only seen the first 2 episodes. I haven't seen anything else of it. But I've never really been a huge Karate Kid fan. But I did enjoy the 2 episodes that I watched because I think they put them on YouTube because it was a part of YouTube Premium at the time.
Yeah, they were pretty. Yeah.
I'd like to give them a full watch. They're all on Netflix now, aren't they?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Do you have Netflix?
No, not at the moment. No.
No. Get you.
A lot of people turned off Netflix, so yeah, I don't know.
I keep hearing they're supposed to be putting the price up again for Netflix.
Again.
Really?
Yeah, I saw
Wow.
something on the news yesterday. They're saying they're going to put it up again. I'm just like, well, you put it up again the other month.
And lost how many
Wow.
viewers, yeah.
Yeah, like I might after the last season of Stranger Things premieres, I might consider, like, it depends, because that's really the only thing I'm waiting for is to see what Stranger Things and Cobra Kai has to offer those last seasons. And now that I know they're ending, there's really no commitment factor to Netflix anymore after that.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with you, Norin. Like for me, I've only been watching like Stranger Things, Cobra Kai as well. Like there's nothing like series wise in there at the minute where I'm like, oh, I need to watch that. It's nothing like grabbing me. So I get you. So, but didn't Netflix not recently like include the service where they have ads now? So it's like a bit cheaper. Is that right?
Yeah, it is. But they're putting that up as well, I've heard.
Okay.
Greedy bastards.
They are, aren't they? That's my reaction when I heard it. I was like, really?
I'm really lucky. I don't pay for like anything. Like my Canva is paid by Tyrone, my YouTube buddies. My StreamYard's paid by someone else. Netflix is paid by like my husband's brother. Like everything is paid for. I'm like such a stingy bitch. Thanks, friends. Love yous.
I'm the same with Disney Plus. I don't pay it. I use my supermarket vouchers to pay for it.
Yeah.
Well, Disney Plus, Netflix, if you're watching, we do pay for it, okay? Don't change the password, share and stuff. You know?
Yeah, these guys love it. Oh, dear.
But yeah, it's just one of those, like, where it gets, like, because obviously Netflix had a report not long ago where they lost a lot of money. So you'd think they'd put the price down to entice people to come back. But they're like, nah, let's put it up. And then they're producing a lot of rubbish movies as well, which isn't giving them a return. So I don't know what their headspace is over at Netflix.
We were talking in the green screen there that I think like HBO or you guys HBO, our binge is really starting to take over, you know, with the shows and the series with The Last of Us. And then we were talking about like Twilight, Harry Potter. I think they're probably going to dominate soon, you know, when Cobra Kai does finish, Wednesday, things like that die off. Yeah, they're going to take
They have the IPs, but we don't have HBO Max in the UK yet, do we?
No. So I was saying to Jamie when The Last of Us was on HBO for America, we had it on like Sky One.
Yeah, we did.
But that's obviously like a premium service, really.
Yeah, that's expensive, Sky a month. I think it's about 30, 40 quid a month.
It can be really pricey, yeah. As you guys in America, like, how much does HBO cost for you in America, Norin, if you were to have it?
Oh, HBO Max, I think it's like $10 now for a month. And then for like Disney Plus, for me, it's 14, but I get the bundle. So I get Disney, Hulu, and ESPN together because that's how I watch my hockey on ESPN. And then like Hulu, we get, you know, I get Hulu because it's just a bundle thing. And I'm like, $15, like that's fine for me, you know?
Yeah.
And then Netflix, that's my mom's account. Netflix is the only one that's my mom's, but we live in the same house, so it's all right.
I get you. But at least that $15, like you said, at least you get free streaming platforms for that one price. Like, that's not bad.
Yeah, that's why I like that one because because I get my Star Wars content, the kids get their Pixar, you know, the animation kind of fix for Disney Plus, and then ESPN is mainly just for like the sports because I'm like the only sports fanatic in the family, so I use that to watch my hockey and basketball and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, awesome, man. That's awesome. Well, if you guys have any contributions towards the streaming discussion, certainly leave any chat in the box. But yes, Jamie Lee's channel link is down below in the description box. Go show her some love. And she's actually not too far from 1,000, right?
Nice.
Oh, I mean, I'm pretty far, but yeah, getting up there. So I'm really proud about that. Yeah. I think I'm on 900 and something, 910.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I thought you were maybe like 80, 90 off. Maybe. That's not much.
No, that's
It
really
feels
good.
like a long stretch, but thanks, Mike. Yep.
Well,
I could
Oh,
be
it'll,
one off.
it'll fly by. I bet you'll have it before the even summer's done. You'll probably have it definitely.
within the next month, I think.
Yeah.
Hopefully that'd be good.
I agree, Pete. So if you're watching right now and you're not subbed to Jamie, go help her towards the 1,000 subscriber goal. Help her get there. Go show her some love. And then Norin, for anyone who hasn't seen you, although all these guys will be on my channel a lot of times, Norin, what's your channel all around?
Oh, just movie, reviews and rankings and stuff. But I've been kind of like in a little mini rut lately. It's kind of mainly just a creative thing. So I'm thinking of maybe like I just have to kind of change the format or maybe change the style, freshen things up. Because I feel like if I'm starting to get tired of certain things I do or certain stuff, that maybe my audience is as well. So maybe it's time to like kind of, maybe do some more editing or like change my intro, stuff like that. And I also wanted to tackle more physical media and music and stuff, and even talk about wrestling too, because Mike knows me and Jason. Everybody, I have a huge passion for wrestling as well. I watch that a lot too.
Right. Yeah, I think it's always important to have like a change up of your channel, keep it fresh and stuff. And yourself, when you get a bit bored, you want to change things up. I've done that a couple of times. I know Jamie's like recently rebranded like her logos and stuff as well. So.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's just like bringing a new spice to life. You know what I mean? Even if it's something just a little bit creative, something small, it's like just to make you feel like, all right, cool. It's a little something change. I rarely ever accept change. You could ask my wife. I'm rarely ever accepting of change, but I'll do it this time, I guess.
Yeah.
I love how you're really accepting of change, but yet you're absolutely destroying your bathroom at the moment. It's completely doing it all out.
Yeah, I know that's a process. That was a lot. Like just the tile alone was like so expensive. That's what's like. It's been such a long process. It's because like the tile, the grout, everything. You wouldn't believe how expensive all that stuff is. It's nuts, man. But it's cool doing it all yourself because you get down and dirty and you learn how to do it and everything. And if anything, God forbid, happens to it, we'll know how to fix it.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. It's something different. And you said it's Beetlejuice inspired, right?
Yeah, it's Beetlejuice inspired. So it's all black and white. And then we have like an optical illusion that we painted on the wall. We got a new tile rim at the bottom. So there's actually tile at the bottom, but everything's black and white, and even the sink and stuff like that. And we just need a shower curtain, and I need to get more tile to finish up the entire shower because we're going to take that whole thing apart.
That sounds awesome, man.
Yeah. Huge job.
I definitely want to see
quite
pictures.
A process, definitely.
Definitely want to see pictures or a video when you're done.
Definitely, awesome. For sure.
Well, go check out Norin's channel. Link is also down below in the description box. And then my final guest right now is Pete from Playtendo. And if you don't know already, Pete does live streams every Wednesday, 7:30 UK time. And Pete, what else have you got going on your channel?
I do a lot of movie hauls where I pick up films that I never watch and keep them sealed for decades to come. But I am getting there. I do movie reviews, video game reviews, unboxings as well. Got a few videos coming up in the next couple of weeks. I took a couple of weeks off just to take a rest from it. But we also do the streams on a Wednesday night, and they go for like nearly 8 hours. So they keep us busy.
Right. Well, but when you're doing streams for 8 hours every week, I can understand you taking a break for a little while, to be honest.
Yeah.
So, I get it. But yeah, like over on Pete's channel as well, he's been getting a lot of deliveries recently from a company called Network. So you've been doing like a lot of unboxings, and I believe you got a huge package the other day from them.
Yeah, I got one today. The postman knocked on the door at about 7 in the morning, and I jumped out of bed, and I had to get the post there. There I was standing in my pants getting the bloody parcel. I can't believe it.
That's hilarious. If you want to see Pete in his underwear over at Playtendoguy, the link is down below.
Oh, don't say that.
Yeah, don't encourage them, Mike.
It's all true action. We'll jump on it like white on rice.
Pete with pants over on that channel. With pants.
I'm just kidding. But Pete's a great guy. The link is down below in the description box. Go show him some love. And for anyone who doesn't know already, I know I've kind of plug this on YouTube and stuff, but on April 30th, I'm doing Z Talks episode 40, which is a huge live stream. As of now, I've got 48 guests who's going to be showing up on the day. And you guys can imagine, trying to contact 48 people has been a bit of a nightmare. It's been great, don't get me wrong. It's been an experience. But yes, all these guys are going to be on Z Talks on April 30th. Links down below in the description box to donate for the charity as well. But yeah, without further ado, we've got some comments, so we'll dive into them and see what's going on. So again, if you're watching live, just feel free to drop a comment in the chat box and just say hello, ask a question, whatever you like. But first up is True Action Star of the Dales. So hey, True Action, hope you're well. He says we've had some drinks, but we've got some more drinks all around and time for some fun. Well, I hope you enjoy your fun, True Action. Thank you for tuning in. He says, evening, Z-Man. Hope you're well. And wow, what a surprise to see you doing a late night stream. Me and the wife are expecting all sorts of antics tonight. Well, we're here for as long as I guess I'm here for, so we'll wait and see. But thank you for tuning in, though. I appreciate it. He's got another comment. He says, me and the wife have had our evening bunk. Okay. So we'll be here for the long term. How long's tonight's stream? I'm not too sure. Maybe about hour and a half, 2 hours. Depends how we feel, to be honest. So we'll see how we go. But thank you for tuning in, and I hope you and your wife are doing well. We've got Andy.
Hey, Andy.
Hey, Andy.
We've got Oliver Ian. Also,
I think that's little Steve. Hey.
Hey, little Steve. Hope you're well. Thank you for tuning in. We've got the viewer Drew saying, "Hey, what's up? Hey, Drew.
What's up, Drew?
What's going on?
Hey.
Thank you for tuning in, my friend." We've got Marvel fan saying, "Hey guys, how are you? Yeah, hey man, doing good. Hope you're doing well." He says, "I heard Twilight's been turned into a TV series. What are your thoughts on this?"
Nice.
Yeah, we were talking about this a little bit in the back room kind of area before, but I know, Jamie, you're a Twilight fan, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Back in the day, we used to call ourselves Twihards. Like, that
okay,
is so
Jamie, say it with your
cringy.
chest. Say it with your chest.
No, I'm so ashamed. I had board games. We had like the throw rugs that you'd like put on the wall as a poster. It was so embarrassing. I literally said to Mike before this stream, I am excited for it. I'm not gonna lie. And I went on and I was like, oh, Twilight best scenes, something like that. And it popped up like 10 dumbass moments from Edward or like something along them lines. And I thought, let's watch this. And it was hilarious. It was such a cringy movie. The lines, the looks, even the way it was shot. I was like, oh my God, why did I like this? So yeah, I'm ashamed to say that I like it, but I do like it. And I'm really excited to the spin-off or reboot or whatever it's going to be. Yeah.
You
can kick me off now, Mike. Sorry.
Okay, right. Bye, Jamie.
It's nice knowing you guys.
Nah, it's all good. But you know what it is, Jimmy? It's good to hear your point of view, though, because you really like those movies. Whereas I'm not huge on them, but I'll get to my thoughts at the end. Norin, what do you think about this announcement?
I don't know. I'm interested. Like, I'll definitely check it out because I'm always interested to see. Like, I commit to franchises that have like 14 and 15 entries, and they go to space and do the most ridiculous things. So yeah, I'm definitely down to see what they do with Twilight and this new era. I'm more interested in the cast. Once I find out who the showrunner is and the cast, that's going to be kind of the main kind of draws. Like, oh, am I excited to see that? Or are they going to take it a new direction, or are they going to kind of just keep it the same?
Right. Yeah. Well, especially, I don't think they've announced any cast or anything, have they, at the moment?
No, yeah, I don't think so. Not yet.
No, I'll get you. Yeah, good point. Pete, what do you think?
I actually don't mind the Twilight films either. They're a bit of a guilty pleasure.
Ain't no shame here. I'm loving this. I'm loving this live. Safe space,
I watched them on TV and I thought, all right, they're not the greatest, but I had a lot of fun with them. They're all right. And this TV series thing seems to be a hot on the heels of the Harry Potter one, doesn't it? They announced that one, now it's this one. It could work. it depends on the cast, who's going to direct it and all that. I mean, they can expand on the books much more greatly if they do like a book a season. So yeah, fair enough. I'm up for it.
And they can even expand with the family. You know what I'm saying? Like the Cullens themselves, you could.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
It's all right.
No worries. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I know, I get you, and I think that's a good point. Like, you know, I've seen a couple of Twilight movies, the ones I've seen. I thought they were okay. Nothing where I wanted to re-rush and watch them again. But I think the news for this one's probably been a bit better received than the Harry Potter news that broke.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, Pete, go on.
I was just going to say, like, the Harry Potter ones really are just a perfect film series at a perfect time with a perfect cast. And there's not really a lot more you can do with it. I mean, the Twilight films didn't get the most critical acclaim, so there's more improvements to be had there than Harry Potter.
Right. Yeah, and I think especially for like now, if they revamped the series and did it maybe same tone or a little bit of a different tone. Yeah, like Harry Potter, like when they announced that, I was like, well, they've already got like Harry Potter world all over the world. They've got that like beautiful 8 movies that everyone remembers. There's kind of no need. But Twilight, I think it'd be like a cool way to reinvigorate the whole thing.
Yeah, you could even like, because it's been so long now, you could maybe like even bring new fans to the series or the franchise, and then they'd want to go check out the movies and be like, oh, where did they come from, and read the books and stuff, because I think it's been long enough now.
Yeah, I think too, Twilight never really had any controversy. Like there was never any, like, I mean, people criticized the actors saying that they were cringy, and let's be honest, if you go back, they are. But there was never any of this hype with, you know, whatever's happening with J.K. Rowling or, you know, any of that. There's not a divide, you know, whereas Harry Potter has that really big divide at the moment. So yeah, it'll be difficult.
Yeah. And I think especially when Harry Potter's recently come off the back of Fantastic Beasts, pretty much tanking at the box office.
Failed, yeah.
Yeah. Obviously, that's come across as a bit of like a cash grab to do it. Whereas Twilight, you're like, oh, but this is something new that they didn't maybe expect. So I get you. But obviously, Twilight was on that time of like, you know, Rob Pattinson being introduced and Kristen Stewart and Taylor Lautner and stuff. So it'll be interesting. I know Jamie will be watching a day one, so
yeah. Regardless, I'm watching. Not gonna lie.
Jamie, Norin, and Pete will day one watch party. I can guarantee it.
We'll be doing an 8-hour stream with pants on, Pete.
There we go.
Yes, with pants.
God, yeah.
Just keep tuned, guys. Subscribe to them and you'll see it. It'll happen. We've got Lego News who says hello. So hey, Lego, hope you're doing well.
Hey, Lego.
Lego will be on the Z Talks episode 40 as well, along with Andy, who said evening before. So yeah, you can see those guys then. We've got Matt H says evening all. Great stream last night, Pete.
Oh, thanks ever so much, Matt. Really appreciate it.
Definitely, yeah. Well, and thank you, Matt, for stopping by, and thank you for checking out Pete's channel as well. Great to see you here. And he also says, have any of you seen Ring of? I'm assuming he means Rings of Power. Is that right?
The Lord of the Rings show.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
I haven't. Have you, Jamie?
No, I didn't watch Lord of the Rings, the original. Didn't watch The Hobbit. Fell asleep. So, yeah, okay. I haven't watched any of the spin-offs.
Oh, fair enough. I'm surprised I haven't seen Lord of the Rings, by the way, because I think you'd probably be into that, to be honest.
No, I fell asleep. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it wasn't for me at the time. Yeah,
channeling the inner Richard right there.
Yeah, and that's the only movie I think that I have. You know, like it just that. Yeah, not for me. I mean, to be fair, I haven't gone back, so maybe I should go back and check it out and see if I fall asleep again because it was a long time ago.
Yeah. Okay.
You like,
where's the Twilight? Where's the vampires in this?
I was going to say, Jamie, do you like Never Ending Story? Do you like that movie?
I haven't watched that movie.
Oh, no, you haven't watched it? Oh, man.
No.
I've never watched it either.
No, okay, we're in the same boat. Is it worth it, Norin?
I like it? No, I like it. Never Ending Story. I like the movie, definitely. There's 3 of them, but they kind of tail off after the second and third one. But that first one's pretty iconic.
Isn't Jack Black in one of them?
I think the third one. Yeah, I think they brought him in. And I think the third one, yeah.
Yeah, I heard he was in one of the sequels.
Wow. Okay. Well, because I know next month there's a Comic-Con coming to like a local town near me called Newcastle, and the little boy from Neverend Stories like coming to do autographs.
Oh, nice. The one who played Atreyu, or the one who played the other boy?
Bro, I have no idea. I've never seen the
Oh,
movie.
yeah.
I haven't watched it either. I love it.
If you do, let me know once you. I'll find out.
I will. Yeah, I've never seen it either. But yeah, back to Rings of Power. I've never seen it. Jamie hasn't. Norin, have you seen the series?
I saw the first episode, and then my wife is a huge Lord of the Rings fan. So like her, how my love is for Harry Potter and Star Wars, that's my wife for like Lord of the Rings and Game of Thrones. She's like all about that stuff. So she watched Rings of Power, and like after the stuff she told me about it and what she said when she finished the series, I just kind of didn't feel like going back to it. She said they ruined a lot of stuff for her, so she was pretty upset with it.
Wow. Wow, okay. Because I know it's like one of the most expensive series like ever made from Amazon as well. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right by that. But if I'm not mistaken, didn't it get renewed for season 2?
I believe so. Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Okay, it doesn't sound promising. We'll see. Pete, have you seen Rings of Power?
Regrettably, yes. Only the first episode, mine. I turned it off about after half an hour. It was so boring. It was like watching paint dry. It felt nothing like the films, and I'm a fan of the films, but couldn't get on with it at all. It just feels like another expensive flop fans, and they're trying to get their big like killer app to get people to subscribe to Amazon Prime Video, and unfortunately it didn't work. They're doing another series. Well, I suppose they've got to pay for it.
Right. I get you. I was going to say, does Amazon actually have any big series? Not that I can recall.
They own RoboCop.
Well, the boys. Sorry, yeah.
Yeah.
They own what?
They own MGM, so they own RoboCop. I think they own some of the Rocky films. They own James Bond, so I wouldn't be at all surprised we might get some TV series of them.
Probably.
It's quite possible.
I'd be down to see a RoboCop series, to be honest. I think that would be good.
Yeah, that'd be good. Yeah. Well, it'd be Disney, because I'll be counting with RoboCop.
Yeah. I'm just hoping if they did a RoboCop, it would be as violent as the movie is. I think if they did that, it would work.
That would be good.
If they toned it down, it wouldn't work, because that's what RoboCop is. And Jamie actually got to say that for the first time. Was it this year, Jamie, or last year?
I think it was the end of last year. Rashad and Jacob and I watched it. Yeah, it was a lot of fun, but very, surprising. As you say, I didn't expect it to be that violent and gory. Yeah, I tagged Rashad in something recently, and it was like Rowboat Cop, and it was like him sitting in this like kayak or something, like rowing. They were mocking the spin-offs of that, so I was like, I'm down for Rowboat Cop. Good fun. But I enjoyed it. It was good.
Yeah, I was going to say you're all right though about Amazon series. I forgot about The Boys. I don't know how I forgot about that actually.
I don't know how you could forget about one of the greatest series of all time, but yeah.
And then they did
watch 2 episodes of that as well.
And you couldn't get into it, Pete?
I didn't mind it. I just fell off of it. It's with me with TV series. I'll watch it, and then if I miss a day or two of not watching it, I just kind of forget about it. I'm still stuck on season 2.5 of Breaking Bad, and I still mean to go back to it. I've got a series 1 to 8 box set still sealed, a Game of Thrones, and I still haven't got round to watching that.
Yeah. Movies you can commit to because it's like 2 hours, but series it's like
movies,
every week.
I still haven't seen Poltergeist yet.
Oh man, what, the original?
The original one?
I haven't seen the original, no.
Wow.
Oh damn. That's one of my I like that better than The Exorcist. I think that's better than The Exorcist.
Really? Oh,
yeah.
Wow. I've seen Poltergeist, the original one. I really enjoy it. I prefer The Exorcist though.
You prefer the X? It speaks to me though because I love the family dynamic in it, and then I'm a Rams fan too, and the family in there is they're LA Rams fan. So it's like it kind of just calls back to having kids and just the stuff that takes place. And I'm not the hugest supporter of The Exorcist. I like it, but it's more of like a respect thing.
I get you. Well, they're making a trilogy.
Yeah.
Right. And
David Gordon Green.
And is that first one coming out this year, or is it next year?
I think so.
I believe so. I think it's scheduled for November, I think.
Oh, wow. Okay. I'm assuming Jamie's not going to see that one then.
Yeah, hard pass. Hard pass.
Like that.
We started talking scary movies. I was zoning out.
Like that.
Smile and wave, boys. Smile and wave.
Yeah, I get you. It'll be interesting to see what they do. But thank you for the question, Matt. We got my brother Joe. Joe's the one saying, "Hey guys,
hey Joe.
Hey Joe, have a great." I don't know what that is! Exclamation mark. Thanks. I mean, stream. I'm guessing. But it says have a great. I just want to get tucked up in bed. Well, thanks for tuning in, Joe. Appreciate it. And Joe
you
will
have
be
a
on
great
this.
too.
Yeah, you have a great too, Joe. And Joe will be on this Z Talks episode 40 as well. I've got Gary North saying good evening, everyone. So, hey, Gary.
Evening.
Hope you're doing well. Thanks for tuning in. Lego says, lucky for me, my dad pays for all streaming services my family and I uses. Netflix, Disney Plus, HBO Max, and Amazon Prime. I'm lucky, but I mainly just use Netflix and Disney Plus. Hey, that's awesome. At least you've got the options there if you ever want to watch the other ones. And if you don't pay for them, then a bonus, you know?
Better.
Yeah, right. Exactly. We've got Adam from What the Gym saying, hey, everyone, just a quick hello as I'm heading to bed.
Hey, Adam.
Hope you're well. Adam will be on Z Talks episode 40 as well, so you can definitely see that. Jason, hey, Jason. He says, I see Norin has his hat backwards. He looks like a young college kid.
Always. If you don't see me with a hat, you're pretty much seeing me like naked or out of the shower, and my wife wouldn't be happy with that. Those are the only times I don't wear a hat. Or sleeping, if I'm sleeping.
Yeah. I was going to say, I don't think we've ever seen you without a hat on. I don't know what Jason's talking about. You're always in a hat.
I think so.
Yeah.
I mean, right. I'll tell you what this is. I think it's relating to. So on Patreon at the moment, I've got like an advanced, like early video that's going to be coming on the channel May 1st. So I did a series on my channel about a year or two ago called the Terrible Movie Collab Series. And it's coming back. Norin's going to be a guest on an episode. Jamie, you're as well. And I've done my first episode with Blacktastic Media on a movie called Sharkenstein that came out a couple of years ago. And basically, in that movie, it's centered on like 3 people, and they all must be in like the late, like very late 30s, early 40s. And basically in the movie, they've all got the hats on backwards on the side, right? The caps. Yeah. And like they're getting references like college kids as like 16, 17-year-olds. And I'm like, they look 40. I'm like, how does that work?
Wow.
So I'm assuming that's what Jason's referring to in that comment.
Not nice. That for sure.
Right. But you are right though, Jamie. I've never seen Norin without his cap on, to be fair. So
we've never seen him naked.
We could do it. We could do it right here if you want.
Oh, wow.
He does it. Wow, you look very different without a hat. I cut my own hair too.
Wow.
Wow, Norin.
Where is Scott to record this as a reel for his Instagram tomorrow? We need this. It's tremendous.
Pete without pants and Norin without a hat. This is incredible. What a day.
It is. It's not evening stream. You're like,
oh man, we learned first for everything on Hang Out and Chat tonight. So
yeah, it's all happening at Mike's place.
It's all happening. Jason says, what has been the best and worst movie trends in the last decade, i.e. cinematic universes, Disney live action remakes, video game adaptations, etc.? A good question. I don't know off the top of my head. I'd have to have a think. What's the best and worst? If you guys have any answers, feel free to just jump on in.
Yeah, I could go. I would say for me, my worst, it just seems like it pops out of my head right away, is that it seems like a lot of films over the last 10 years have been kind of repeats or kind of rehashes of stuff that we've already seen in terms of story arcs or just the overall like concept of the film and stuff like that. And it kind of sucks. Like a lot of people are just, I know the 80s was cool and the 70s, and it's fun to kind of pull from that and kind of, show an homage to it. But I feel like a lot of stuff is just kind of like cookie cutter. Like if I was to say one, to be honest, Scream 6 is kind of almost just Scream 2, if I'm honest. You know what I mean about it? Like the whole format, the way it's laid out and stuff. And then in terms of a best, I would probably say for me, it's my key thing, because I have two daughters, is that I love that more women are getting lead roles. And it sucks that some people are calling it like woke and they're saying all this crap about it. But I love the fact that there's more women out there in films, in TV shows, and they're totally taking over. Like they're really leading the way in terms of being the best actors out there, or actresses, you know what I mean?
I think that's a very strong point. You're right, because we were talking about this on the wrestling stream the other week with Jason, that women in wrestling, for example, were just presented in bra and panties for years, but now they're like headlining main events. So it's definitely been a big change.
Oh yeah, I love it. It's definitely come a long way. And like I said, for especially like if you do, like when you watch horror films, like women are just leading the way in terms of like, taking over. And that's what's really cool.
Yeah, definitely been nice to see, and definitely like a refreshing change. And it's not as if they've just thrown them in the front just to force it on people. Like it's actually been a really good movie. So
yeah,
I agree. Especially as you said, you've got daughters as well, and Jamie Lee has a daughter. It'll be cool to see, especially like I know Chelsea's one of her favorite movies, Frozen, right? And it's nice to see kind of like a Disney princess in like kind of recent years, I guess, as well.
And the good thing about her is, I mean, not to sort of pinpoint male versus female or anything like that, but she was an empowering queen who wasn't looking for a man. You know what I'm saying? Right. She wasn't looking for a prince. She wasn't looking for somebody to save her. She was saving herself. She was trying to protect herself from her. She was trying to stop herself from like hurting her sister, which people, just pinpointed her that she would destroy everyone and ruin everything. And yeah, she stopped herself from doing that. It wasn't really about, finding a man or anything like that, which is a nice message as well.
Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't always have to be about a love interest at the end of the day.
I mean, I'd prefer it to be honest. But let's be honest, I'm down with the romantic animation. But yeah, no, it was good. Good message.
Well, there's a Frozen 3 coming soon, right? So maybe
is there?
I'm pretty sure it was announced.
Okay. They announced it, a couple of weeks ago.
All right.
I get you. Well, Norin, great answer, man. Great answer. I'm still trying to think, being honest. Pete, Jamie, do you guys have any?
I mean, there has been lots of hate on the live action things, but it kind of piggybacks off Norin, but at the same time contradicts it as well. Like, I'd like people to go back to them old movies, specifically in comedy, like the American Pies, for example. That shit was golden back in the day. Like in my teenage years, we enjoyed that. And these days it's like they kind of have to tippy-toe around what they can and can't say because of political correctness or, whatever you were saying about wokeness and things like that. I think they're a little bit afraid to be as bold as they once were.
Yeah.
And I think that's what I really like about The Boys. They're like, we're doing what we want. We're saying what we want. We're going there and then further. And I like that because I feel like back in the day, that's what things like American Pie and that sort of stuff was. It was like, oh my gosh, do they really do that or say that? And I don't know. I miss that. So I think that's, I don't know. Is that like the worst? Not the worst thing, but, I would like them to go back to fearlessness or boldness in the industry. I don't know.
Yeah, I would say that probably goes on like a worse trend with like not really like memorable comedy movies, so to say.
Not just comedy though, like romance, anything. Like I watched that Your Place or Mine, and that was terrible. It's like, come up with something original or go back to those originals and, do it with this cast or do it better because it sucked. It really sucked. But anyway.
I get you. Yeah, I think it's been missing a lot, to be honest. And like American Pies and stuff, like you always remember and consider like classic movies. You don't really get that with comedy or romance, I guess, nowadays, except for maybe one about it.
Or a big one for me back in the day was Waiting, just because I worked in like the food service industry. So Waiting is like, that was a big comedy that they were like not afraid to show you like how it is in the food service industry, what it's like behind the scenes and stuff.
Yeah, I really like that movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really enjoy that one. Yeah, I've seen the movie. All right.
Nice. Did you see the sequel? Did you see the second one?
Yes, I did actually. Yeah.
Hell yeah, sweet.
I know, I surprise you every day. Pete, do you have any best? I know, right? Pete, do you have any best and worst trends?
Worst trends probably is cinematic universes. Everyone sees that Marvel cinematic universe and they want to try and copy it and try and have their own cinematic universe. And post-credit scenes also is another thing. That used to be a token gesture here and there with films, but it seems like nearly every single film has it, and a lot of films like you don't even need it. Some of the best things that's going on in movies, I'd probably say, is horror. It's really keeping it going at the moment. There's been some fantastic like independent films as well, and stuff from A24 being very creative. So I think they're the genres that seem to be doing quite well.
I get you. I definitely agree about the cinematic universes and the post-credit, because every time I go see a movie now, as soon as like it's finished, I'll go on my phone, open up Google, be like, does this movie have post-credit scenes?
These days I type in how many post-credit scenes, because sometimes there's two. There's a mid and there's an end, and then there's another end sometimes. So,
there's a local cinema and they have a billboard and it says like, oh, these are the films, and it says underneath it whether they've got a post-credit scene or not.
Wow.
And I'm just like, what?
Yeah, crazy.
Yeah.
Wow. That's awesome for the cinema to have that, though, to have it advertised.
It is. Yeah, because I suppose a lot of people sit in the cinema like, is there a post-credit scene or not?
Yeah.
Yeah, there'll be some film that you'd expect it, and then it'll be, I don't know, Peter Rabbit that actually has a post-credit scene, and a big blockbuster movie that doesn't.
Right. Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. I think in terms of this question, I think what Jason said in one of these as an example, video game adaptations, I think are starting to finally get good and memorable. Like Last of Us, Super Mario Brothers was an enjoyable movie. Definitely
Sonic films,
Sonic movies.
Tomb Raider was pretty good.
Yeah, I liked Tomb Raider. Didn't get well received, but I liked it. It reminded me exactly like that PS4 game, like to the T.
Yeah, same here.
Really good. I mean, we'll not talk about Uncharted. We'll leave that one.
That one stay in the past. That one can.
Yeah. And some of the worst. I really don't know, being honest. I'd say maybe like what Pete said, like cinematic universe, I'd say contributing there. To be honest, like unnecessary spin-offs or sequels as well. We're getting a lot of them I just don't think's needed, to be honest. But yeah, I mean, great question, though, Jason. Thank you for the question.
Thanks, Jason.
He says, however, I have a sister who's 10 years younger than me and is a big fan of Twilight. I saw the movie and thought it was terrible. I then read the book and thought it was the worst.
Really?
Wow, okay.
I thought the books were great.
I've heard.
Yeah. Wow, okay.
Yeah, I've heard they're really popular books and really good.
But my partner loves the books, and we went to Comic-Con Liverpool last year, and she met the Cullens, like the family Cullens. They came there, so she loves Twilight, so she'll be buzzing about this.
Yeah. I remember when you guys they announced the casting. I was like, "You guys get Kellen Lutz? Like, come on, we don't get anyone here. Cross the ditch, we get no one at our conventions. You guys get great people."
Well, the Liverpool Comic-Con that's just been like a couple of weeks ago, Taylor Lautner was there. the
I
time.
mean, see,
No.
why does he
wow.
want to come and visit us in the land of Australia? Too busy worried about spiders. That's what he is,
I
huh?
think
Oh,
so.
no.
Werewolves
Yeah.
can't get bit by spiders, mofo.
And your hot weather where they don't wear jackets any time of the year.
Actually, in saying that, I did rock on with my pajamas on this morning, didn't I? I was a little bit cold this morning. It's starting to get a little bit chilly, so we might be wearing jumpers very soon, Mike. Very soon.
Wow.
But yeah,
Wow.
it's not often.
I was gonna say the one day, and then you're back to heat.
Yeah.
Probably. I get you. We've got Cy Robson saying, "Hey guys, so hey Cy,
Hey, Cy.
well." All right. True Action asks, "What's your favorite Richard Donner film?"
Ooh,
I'm gonna
that's
have
a
to look
good
up his
question, actually.
filmography.
Research it.
I know a lot of people would probably say like the Superman films, but I'm actually not a huge fan of like the Superman films, to be honest.
Wow, you don't like the Christopher Reeve movies?
They're all right, like, but there's just not ones like that pull me back in. And I'm not the hugest fan of the Superman character. And then when Zack
Okay.
Snyder decided to do it and he did Man of Steel, I was a bigger fan of that. So definitely, if all of his films, I would probably have to say it'd be a toss up between The Omen or Goonies for sure. For me, it'd be a toss up between those two, depending on how I felt.
Good pick. I'm just getting up his filmography as well, so I didn't realize how many big kind of movies he had. Jeez.
He's had a lot of big titles to his name. I know he's done all the Lethal Weapon films, hasn't he?
He did
He
one
did.
that was my son's named after, Maverick.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
With Mel Gibson, I think, wasn't he in it?
Yeah, he did Maverick. Yeah, with Mel Gibson. Yeah.
Great. So I just looked at his filmography. I think I'm gonna have to either go The Omen, or Superman for me personally, the first one.
Nice.
Pete.
I'm gonna have to go with the original Lethal Weapon. That's just fantastic casting there with Danny Glover and Mel
Nice
Gibson.
pick,
Works
nice.
really well. Sequel's really good as well. 3 and 4 not as great, but still entertaining. And I'll also say Scrooged as well, because that's one of my favourite Christmas films.
That is a good one, to be honest. Good pick. I really like the first Lethal Weapon movie as well. I haven't seen the sequels, but I like the first one.
It's a very solid series.
And are they making a fifth one?
Apparently,
Yeah.
Mel Gibson's going to direct it. I think it's called Final Weapon, but they're both going to be in their 70s, so they're going to be going around in Zimmer frames around LA, I think.
Well, Danny Glover's always too old to start with, so he's going to be even older now.
Yeah.
I don't know. Jamie, have you seen any Richard Donner movies?
Hard pass. I went through. I mean, the Goonies I saw like well back in the day, so let's lock in that because it's probably the only thing that I've watched. Yeah,
That's fair. That's
a bit
fair.
beyond my time. I need to branch out a little bit further, I guess.
Well, at
So
least
Sam-
you've seen one of his movies. That's cool.
One, yeah.
I love seeing, was it Josh Brolin in that movie? He's so young. Like watching him in that movie, he's so young. It's crazy.
I watched The Goody once when I was a kid about 10, 15 years ago, and honestly, I was never a fan. That's probably
Oh, really?
Yeah, I just couldn't get into it. I haven't seen it since then. Probably I should go back to it. I'll probably love it now, but back when I first watched it, just couldn't get into it.
It's a fun movie, Pete, because I watched it a couple of years ago. It's a fun movie. I just think it's a bit overhyped, personally. But I can get people who love it and have a lot of nostalgia for it, though. It's one of those. But thank you for the question, No Traction. Cy Robson says, have you seen that White Men Can't Jump has been remade?
Oh,
yes, I saw the poster of this.
I haven't watched the movie, but I've seen all the hate from it. Everyone's like, why? So yeah.
Because it's like one of those, like, why even do it? Like, it's just why do it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like the original's iconic, like Woody Harrelson, Wesley Snipes, right? I believe it is.
It is, yeah.
It's been a few years since I've seen it. Great movie. And then like this one, they got Jack Harlow, like from TikTok, in the movie.
What's a Jack Cargo? Does he works in a what? I've never even heard of him.
I think he's big on TikTok.
Oh, Jack Cargo, he sounds like he works in the luggage department in an airport.
Might as well. Yeah, I don't know why this is being remade, to be honest. I can't say it being good. And I think it's going directly to Hulu.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. We'll wait
I
and
just
see.
Googled Jack Cargo. That's exactly what comes up, Pete. Jack Cargo Logistics. And you're
Nice.
so well known in the TikTok world only, apparently. Sorry, Jack. Bloody hell.
Is
Yeah.
White Men Can't Jump a Fox property? That explains why they remade it then.
Oh, okay.
It wouldn't surprise me because it seems to be Disney, since they bought Fox, they look through their catalogue of Fox IPs and like, oh, we're going to remake that. We done Home Alone a couple of years ago and really ruined that. So, hey, let's try this one.
I never watched that Home Alone remake, sequel, whatever it is.
No,
I did, yeah. Yeah, 90 minutes I'm never going to get back.
Maybe one day in a terrible movie collab series I might invest in that time.
Oh, that'd be fun.
Yeah. Well, last year I did Santa Jaws, so who knows?
That sounds more
my
fun than
gosh.
Home Sweet Home Alone.
Probably was. We've got Lego News. He says, I just see Twilight as a vampire Robert Pattinson falling in love with a human heart high school girl. I mean, obviously at the time he was. But it'll be interesting to see who'll be playing Edward Cullen this time, however. That'll be interesting to see.
Yeah.
And Taylor Lautner and Kristen Stewart, of course. I wonder who'll be the big names to bring in, or will be like 3 people unknown kind of thing.
I wouldn't be too surprised they go unknown with the casting, probably.
I'm calling for Peyton List to be Kristen Stewart's character.
Of course you are, mate.
He's signed up.
I think she'll do a good.
Of course
do
you
a good job. I think she'll do a good job.
She's branching out into a lot of different industries, you know, like she started with the Disney World and then she's gone into some horror and like supernatural sort of things. Now she's on the School Spirits, which is like, I don't know, I wouldn't say thriller, but you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, maybe super young adult murder mystery, like, you know. So she's branching out a little bit. Yeah. Vampires could be on the list.
Had to wait and see. We've got Lego. I don't know if it's just add on to this. He says, and I think I remember a Nickelodeon movie that had a guy who looked like a vampire and was a show off, and with one weird shirtless scene of him in school, and of course fell in love with a girl. Bruh. Do you guys know this Nickelodeon movie? I don't.
No, but I want to look it up.
No, I'm just like, Nickelodeon, isn't that SpongeBob? That's where I end.
No.
Yeah.
I was always bigger on Cartoon Network, and then I remember more of I think it was a Disney movie, that movie about the really smart house, the family that moves into a really smart house, and it does everything for you and all this stuff, and then the house kind of goes haywire or something like that.
Right.
I remember that one.
I remember that. I remember a lot of Cartoon Network, Nickelodeon growing up.
Yeah.
Nowadays, I couldn't tell you what's on it.
Thinking about Cartoon Network, that description, what Lego News put on there, kind of sounds like a Johnny Bravo skit, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does actually. I used to love Johnny Bravo.
Oh, that'd never be made today, would it?
No chance. No chance. Nah. Couldn't even get through 2 minutes, and that's nowadays.
Nah,
it'd be like
get
right
through the
cancel.
title sequence, I'd be like, bam,
Yeah.
straight away.
Oh man, good old days. Got Jason saying, Norin, I feel your pain, surrounded by people who haven't seen the movie you're talking about.
Oh, no.
Well, it happens, Jason. It happens. Not everyone's seen every movie.
Yeah.
We've got Josh. Hey, Josh, hope you're well. He says, hey, all. Sorry I'm late. Thought I'd stop by before I go to sleep. Have a great night, y'all, or day, wherever you are. Well, it's morning for
Thanks,
Jamie,
Josh.
mid-afternoon
Thanks,
for
Josh.
Norin, nighttime for me and Pete. So, I think
hopefully be able to go see, what is it, Evil Dead Rise, and hopefully I'll be able to go see that in a couple hours. I think they have a few showings over here, so I'll hopefully be able to go check that out tonight.
Oh, that'll be awesome, man. I hope we do. I'm really excited to see that, but my partner is working like a couple of night shifts in a row now, and she loves Evil Dead like so much. So I said we'll go with her. And I think Tuesday we might actually be doing like a joint collab review possibly for it. So I can't wait till then.
Nice.
Yeah. So we'll wait and see. But if you go watch it, Norin, let me know afterwards what you thought of the movie.
Sweet, definitely will, brother.
No
I think
spoilers.
Josh is going to see it as well tomorrow. He is.
Yeah. So Josh said he was going to see it, but the other week he was saying he wasn't going to see it because he didn't really like the movies, and I was like, why is he going to see it? But I don't know. We'll wait and see.
Well, I hope you enjoy it, Josh, when you see it.
Yeah. I'm not sure. I mean, I'll be going to see it with my partner on Tuesday, so I have to wait till then. But it's not too bad. But Jamie's definitely not going to go see it by the looks in the face. So.
No, hard pass. Justin put up something like he went to an early screener, and there was like, like bloody stuff, and I was like, that's a screener that I definitely would have said no to. Thanks. Like it just looked way too gory for me. Nah, hard pass. But yeah, heard good things about it, Norin. So it's definitely in your lane.
Yeah, I'm expecting it to be probably the best film that I've seen all year, because I recently actually just watched Creed 3, and I was actually quite let down by that one. I wanted so much more from that one, so I was like, damn.
Right.
I haven't seen Creed 3 yet.
No,
you haven't either, Pete.
Yeah, I was just kind of let down by it. Like, just I don't know. I don't know if it was like the execution and the writing, or like the whole plot in general. There's just something about it that didn't click. It didn't feel like, like those Rocky films. Like when you get to the third act, it just didn't have that vibe about it.
Yeah, a lot of people were saying it was missing Stallone in the movie. So
yeah,
okay, yeah.
A lot of people being Rashad.
Yeah.
A lot of people Rashad.
The biggest support of that is Rashad. I love him.
If Rashad was here, he'd have a lot to say. I can guarantee it.
Yeah, for sure. What do you mean you didn't like Creed 3?
Right. Pete, are you going to check out Evil Dead Rise?
Yeah, definitely want to check it out. I've actually seen all the films in the franchise, which is a shock, and I do really enjoy them all. So I'm looking forward to checking out this new one. Reviews seem to be good. That's great. I can't wait. And apparently, it may even lead to some future Evil Dead films, because even Bruce Campbell said there may be one every 2 or 3 years now.
Oh, that would be awesome. I would love to see that. I mean, I think I might be wrong. I think there might be talks actually of like an animated series as well. So that could be cool.
That would be quite good if they could.
Yeah, I think that would be quite interesting. Just have to wait and see. I can no doubt this one will perform well. Guarantee it. We've got Traction. He says, Pete with pants. Yay, the wife will be pleased.
I bet she would.
Well, you never know, Traction. Make sure you subscribe to Pete. You might see one day. Who knows, my friend?
Don't say that. That'll be a thing every week now.
I know. No, Pete won't have his. Pete will have his pants on. Okay, Traction. So don't expect anything. Jason saying, anyone watching Barry season 4? I've never seen the show. Have you guys?
Barry Chuckle? No. I ain't got a clue. What's this?
It's a series. It's supposed to be good. I haven't watched it, but yeah, it's supposed to be good.
I believe it stars with Bill Hader, right? Is the lead actor, I think, or something. I think he's the lead actor.
I didn't see it advertised on Facebook the other day. Yeah, I know what it's about, but I've never seen it.
Yeah, I've heard it's meant to be good, but no, I've never seen it. Never seen it, Jason, so I think it's just you. He also says... Hey, Gels. Jason says, Denver Nuggets had a tough game last night. Murray caught on fire in the fourth quarter. Looking good so far.
Oh yeah, I was flipping out about that game. We're up 2-0 in our series in the playoffs against the Minnesota Timberwolves, And when you get to the playoffs in basketball, it's best of 7. So you play the same team, and the first team to win 4 games moves on to the next round.
Okay, so is it 2-0 at the minute, 3-0 now, or?
We're up 2-0. They haven't won any games. We won the first 2 games.
Okay, yeah. I get you. Oh, well, cool, man. That sounds awesome.
Yeah.
I have no clue about American sports, however. So I have no and he's got another comment. He says, did you see the Bucks game where they scored 81 points in the first half?
No, yeah, I saw the highlights of that one, yeah.
Okay, yeah. Sounds entertaining. But I've got no idea. Definitely sports talk for you guys in America, I think, with this one. We've got Mike from T Shizzle saying, hey, hope you're all doing well. So, hey, Mike.
Hey, Mike.
Mike will be on episode as he talks 40 as well. So keep an eye out for Mike on there. And so will this guy who is Rodney. So, hey, Rodney.
Hey.
Hey.
He says, hey, guys, love seeing you all again. Well, we love seeing you too, Rodney. And he says, opinions on the Mandalorian season finale, and if not, any speculation for Ghosted. All right, okay. Well, we'll address Mandalorian first. I've not seen season 3. Have you guys?
Yeah.
I've seen it bar the final episode.
Bar the final. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so Pete can't comment on the finale of Mandalorian at the minute. And Norin, what would you say in the finale without spoilers?
I was a tiny bit, not like a smidgen, but I was a tiny bit let down. But it might have been because I saw people just on Twitter like blowing it up, saying that it was like the greatest episode of Mandalorian so far. So like kind of when I stepped into it, I might have had that expectation kind of looming in the back of my head a little bit. So watching it, I was like, it wasn't awful. It wasn't a bad season finale. I would say it's nowhere near the close or the best episode or anything like that. I've had way more emotions with other episodes.
I get you.
I think this series has been a bit of a letdown compared to the previous 2.
Yeah, I would agree with you, Pete. I was telling Jason that too when we were talking about it, when me and Mike and him, I was saying this season, I would probably say, if I was to rank them, I would say season 3 is my least favorite.
Get you. Which is a shame, because I really like The Mandalorian, so a bit disappointed to hear it. But when I talked to Anthony Perez, he was like, I loved it. So I was like, well.
Yeah. I tagged him and a few other Star Wars fans in, like there was Jack Black and Lizzo in something. And
they were in an episode,
Yeah, they were.
And I thought it was a joke. I thought, is this legit? And they're like, no, it's legit. I was like, oh, okay. It was good.
Yeah.
It was good. Oh, okay. All right, Perez.
I didn't have no problem with it. Like, I didn't mind them, that, to be honest. I just felt like the whole season as a whole, it didn't have no kind of direction, and you could kind of feel that as you're watching. As you're watching it, it's like, well, where are we going? And then once you get to the end point, you're like, okay, that was really it, kind of thing.
Gotcha.
They didn't have a proper plan. The storyline seemed to be a bit of everything. There was an episode that was like an hour long that didn't even have the Mandalorian in, and I was like, what's the point in this episode of it?
Oh, okay. So who did you say was in? So Jack Black's in an episode?
Yeah, and Lizzo. Yep.
And Christopher Lloyd.
I mean, if it was
well.
legit, yeah.
Yeah, and Christopher Lloyd. Yeah, Christopher Lloyd is great.
Yeah, I saw the pictures of Lizzo in it, and I thought, oh no. But I watched the episode and was like, it ain't too bad. She was all right in it.
Oh, okay. Because I knew Christopher Lloyd was in it, so I saw like the photos. Like, he's like bald, I think, in the episode at least.
Yeah.
But Lizzo, really?
she actually wasn't too bad with Jack Black. I thought they worked quite well together on screen.
Yeah, it was better than the Megan Thee Stallion cameo that we got.
Yeah, that's what I was quite expecting. I thought, oh no, but I was like, oh, she's all right.
You mean Jamie's favorite TV show of all time?
Yeah, She-Hulk. Yeah, the greatest show there ever was. Fuck me.
Oh man.
I watched one episode
well, I'm glad
of
that your
and turned it off.
Yeah, I'm glad your cameo experience was better than mine. Can't say anything nice about my one, unfortunately. But anyway.
Nah, definitely not. And then the second part of Rodney's question, he says, speculation for Ghosted. So have you guys heard of this movie?
This is with America's Ass, right? Chris Evans, yeah?
Chris Evans and de Armas. Yeah, that's the one.
Oh, that one.
Nice.
Yeah.
I saw the trailer for it.
Yeah, Jamie, you're right. I think it's Apple TV, I believe.
Oh, brilliant.
Yeah.
I've got a free trial for that for 6 months, so I'll watch that. And Ana de Armas, I'm sold.
Yeah.
Pete's like, I'm there.
Yeah.
Well, to be honest, I'll be joining Pete. I'll be like, yeah, I'm there day one as well. But now I like both of them. I like Ana de Armas and Chris Evans, so I'm intrigued. And usually Apple put out good quality stuff normally, so be intrigued. Yeah, you guys excited for this one or not? Not bothered?
Yeah, I'll watch it for sure. Chris Evans, yep, sold.
She's like, I'm sold. I'll have to find some way to watch it for Apple because I don't have that. That's one of the streaming things that I don't have. I don't have nothing, no Apple TV.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. I don't think I have that one, but I'm sure I can find someone who's got it right. Apparently, that's what I do. Oh shit!
Someone in the family will have a link, Jamie. They'll look you up.
Yeah. Pick up my DMs.
Right. We've got Daniel Berry Sports Highlights in. Yo. So, hey, Daniel.
Hey.
You're doing well. Okay. Jason says, wow, seeing Norin without a hat. It's like seeing Superman without his cape.
So funny.
Very true. Very true.
Yeah.
If you missed it, you can rewind back on the stream and you can see that beautiful sight. We've got Rodney saying thoughts on how the Mario movie, I'm sure movie, is so popular and having an outstanding box office. Not really surprised. They released it here in the UK when it was like half term for kids, not in school. So of course you had them going, grandparents going in my screening where I mentioned on my review. And it's Mario. Mario's a massive franchise, so I wasn't surprised. But yeah, what about you guys?
Same. I mean,
That's
us
right.
oldies appreciate it because we used to play the games, and then, as you say, it also targets the newer audience. Like my daughter, for example, she watched a trailer for it, and as soon as she saw Princess Peach, she's like, "Mom, I want to watch it," and I took her to go see it because yeah, she seemed really keen on it. So yeah, it can target like a range of audiences, I guess.
Yeah, definitely.
And I know it seems like a bad move taking my 3-year-old to the movies when she's walked in here like 7 times doing things that are really silly, but she was really good in the cinemas. She was really good. Yeah.
That's cool.
She wasn't a feral. She's a feral now. She just brought in. Can you see that?
Is that milk?
Ice, milk, ice cream, ice, and she comes in and goes, "April Fools."
Oh, wow.
That's not what it is. And the other day, my watch was like in butter. I went to like scoop out some butter to put on toast, and I was like, "What is my watch doing in here?" And she just goes, "April Fools!" Like,
oh wow.
Day
She's like, it's all month long for her. It's not just one day. It's all month.
Not a month. It's all year. Like all year. She's watched some stupid bloody YouTube video where they just pull pranks and they say April Fools. So she just thinks every time you do something funny, it's April Fools. Oh, the shit I put up with. But she was great in the cinemas, guys. So all good.
Oh, that's awesome. But yeah. I think when you were telling me, she got bored halfway, but then just watched the rest of it anyway.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, at the start, there were like a whole bunch of kids. Because we booked out the day bed, so it's like proper beds that you can like lie on to watch a movie. And in front of that, obviously and we've never done that before. That was the first time I've done that. And yeah, in front of that, obviously there's like the not stage, but you know, like the big gap before you get to the screen. And there was like a whole bunch of kids because, as you say, it was school holidays, so they were all playing and everything was fine. And then as soon as the movie started, like they got sensible and sat down and whatnot. And yeah, halfway through, she's like, "I want to play," and I'm like, "Sit your ass down." Like, you wanted to watch this, you wanted to come, sit down, girl. And then yeah, we got to the scene where Princess Peach, you know, she turns blue, she gets a blue dress and gets her ice powers, and she's like, "Elsa!" I was like, yep, let's go with that. Sit down. So it was good. And then she continued. But yeah, it was fun.
Oh, wow, that's cool. But I need to touch on something you just mentioned. Beds? Is that for the kids? Or is that adults as well? Or
It's for the adults, yeah. Like it's a day bed, so it's like basically a double bed, and yeah, I think it's like $40, and you get like a massive tub of popcorn with it, and 2 people can sit on there. If you've got kids, obviously they can sit on there too because it's a double bed. But yeah, we've never done that before because I know it's crazy, huh? And it's kind of in a way like.
And you get like a full mattress and blanket as well with that?
It's a pillow.
I'm a bit confused.
Actually, it was quite comfy. My husband like proper lied down because obviously they're at the front, you know, because they need to be. So his neck was like getting a little bit like sore, obviously looking up like that. So he lied down, and he's like, "Oh, it was perfect when you lied down. Like the screen was practically like on you, you know." So yeah, apparently it was a really good experience.
Wow, I've never heard of a bed in this cinema before. That's
no, I haven't.
Well, when I heard about it, I was like, that's kind of disgusting because, like, I remember back in the day when, you know, I used to watch movies, you know, when Twilight came out, for example, and we'd go to the movies and, you know, you'd go to the movies. And when I heard beds, I was like, wow, that's even more incentive for going to the movies if, you know, we can line them things up together. But yeah, it's completely clean and completely the sole purpose is to sit there and watch the movie. So it's not as disgusting or weird as I thought. Because I was like, beds? Like what? Ew. Who sat on this or whatever? But no, it was really good. It was fine. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. This is so interesting because I don't know what it's like for you in America, Norin. The best we probably have in the UK is like a cinema chain called Odeon, where you have like seats that are like recline. That's probably the best that we have.
Yeah, we have seats that recline, and then like some theaters, you get the ones that like kind of vibrate or they move, like when action happens and stuff like that. You know what I mean? To provide an experience, but never a bed. I haven't seen like that in any of our theaters yet.
No, that's a different one. We've got a local one that has like a special, like small rooms that families rent out, and it's like 2 or 3 huge sofas, but no beds. That's a new one on me.
Oh, Jamie, next time you go over to the cinema and there's a bed, take a photo.
Yeah, for sure.
You've got me really intrigued.
We don't normally go to. I don't want to say normal cinemas, but we don't normally go to the cinema that we went to there. It was purely the fact that we were scared of taking a 3-year-old to the movies because I thought, oh, what if she doesn't watch it and we have to leave? Or what if she's feral and I have to growl her and leave? Like all these people, you see it on YouTube. You guys have probably said it like, oh, these people that bring their kids and, you know, they don't shut up or something. And I thought, shit, what if that's going to be me? But you never know unless you try. So I was trying. So I thought the best time to do it is to go at night, you know, like 8:30, really late. So hopefully no one's there. Go to, you know, like an I don't want to say normal cinema, but a cinema that we wouldn't normally go to, like a cheaper one. And yeah, so that's what we did. But normally we go to one called Gold Class, and you have the recliners and you have like the food service and they bring alcohol and things like that. So do you guys have those ones?
Yeah, we do. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what we would normally do. But I just thought, oh, you know, I don't want to pay big money and find that we're going to leave in 10 minutes because she's feral, you know?
Right.
So yeah, we experienced the beds.
I mean, to be honest though, when you take kids to a movie like that, that's not too bad because obviously it's a kids movie. But it's like if you went to see like Avatar 2, it's 3 hours. A kid's not going to sit down for 3 hours and watch Avatar.
Yeah,
let's face it.
My husband got really cocky after it. He's like, she was so good. Like, we can take her to see Guardians. I'm like, dude. No way. I want to cry, man. I want to cry in that movie. She ain't coming. I'm not babysitting my kid when I'm emotional wreck. So no, yeah, you got to pick the movies, and Mario is definitely a movie for kids, as well as adults.
Right, absolutely, and I think that's what Rodney's asking about as well. Definitely have like the outstanding results because of that reason, and Illumination's a popular studio as it is as well. So I think that just brings to it really.
True.
We've got Jason says, I guess another trend would be multiverses. Sometimes is used well and sometimes not. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a new one.
Yeah, it's one of those where it kind of goes off into like sequels and spin-offs that we don't really need. So I get you. We've got is it Minajul? Is that how you say that?
Yeah,
Minaj.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, Minajul. Well, hello. Hope you're doing well.
Hey.
Hi everyone. Hope everyone's well. Wow, Pete on your stream. Yeah, Pete's been on the channel quite a few times and will be. Yeah.
Thanks, mate. Thanks for joining.
Welcome. Gary's saying about Richard Donner's favorite movie of him is Lethal Weapon. Yeah, great movie. True Action says thoughts on the film Drive with Ryan Gosling.
Ooh, fantastic movie.
I've not seen this one.
Oh, it's a brilliant
you haven't?
No, I've heard good things though.
Have you seen it, Pete?
I've seen it. It's a fantastic film. Got a great soundtrack as well, hasn't it?
Oh yes, God, I've listened to that soundtrack so many times too. Yeah, just like cleaning the house or doing some random stuff.
I have done the same. It is a brilliant soundtrack. Such a great film. One of the best Ryan Gosling films. And who's the? Is it Carey Mulligan in it? Good cast in it though. You got Bryan Cranston in it as well.
Oh wow, okay. I like Bryan Cranston.
Yes. And then I think Christina Hendricks is in it as well from Good Girls. She was in the TV show Good Girls. Okay. She's in it.
Yeah, really good cast in it.
I like her as well.
Yeah.
And is the soundtrack like? Is it there's like a lot of known songs, or is it like an original soundtrack?
It's kind of like Daft Punky type, kind of industrial techno vibes.
I'll get you. That sounds awesome. I've heard really good things.
There's also a cut with like Radio 1 music in, but I would not pick that. Just go with the original cut.
I will. Yeah, I don't like Radio 1, so I will. Jamie, have you seen Drive?
No.
No.
Is it literally about cars? Because it doesn't sound like something I'm interested in.
No, it's not really about cars. It's just that's kind of the main crux of the story. It's actually based off a novel, and the novel is like the character follows Ryan Gosling's character, who's just referred to as the driver. They don't even give him an actual name in the movie or in the book, and you kind of just experience him as he, falls in love with somebody and kind of has this kind of turning point in his life of what he views for his future, but then also he has to call back to his past and do something that he used to do. And so it's kind of like, it's a really good drama with a lot of romance in it, but it's very violent as well.
Cool, it's brutal. I think there's like a scene in a shower that was quite brutal, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
To do with romance or something else? I'm getting lost on the romance and the violence. Where's the line?
Oh, it's the violence.
It's the violence,
really bloody it is.
Okay.
But there is a really good scene with there's a great kissing scene that is just one of my favorites, and it's done very well. Like slow motion, you feel it in an elevator. It's really awesome.
Yeah.
Oh,
nice.
That was a good moment.
Wow. Okay. That sounds awesome. You guys definitely told me more on this movie.
Cool.
I think it's on Prime Video. I'm pretty certain it is.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay. If it's on Prime, I'll be able to check it out.
Yeah.
Oh, awesome. Yeah. Well, thank you for the question, True Action. And let's have a look. We've got Jason saying Norin's backup names for his son was Iceman and Goose.
Yeah, so how we did it with my son was my wife chose his first name, Maverick. That's my wife's choice. And then I got to choose the middle name. So I went with Wayne as the middle name because Bruce Wayne and Batman's my favorite superhero.
Nice.
So it's Maverick Wayne Mayer. That's my son's name.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Man, that's awesome.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I didn't even know your last name, so I thought, is his last name Rad? I don't know.
Oh, no, yeah, my last name, Mayer.
Oh, you learn everything on Hangout and chat today. Wow. Hey, April Fool's Day all year for Jamie as well. Wow, that's awesome, man. I've got Menagio saying, "Hey, everyone, and hope everyone well." Yeah, well, hey, hope you're doing well. Jason saying, "I have to get ready for work and I'm feeling sick, so wish me luck." So, hey, have a great shift, Jason. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you're feeling better.
Hope it flies by, brother.
Yeah, take care, mate. Hope you feel better soon.
Get plenty of sleep and you'll be okay. Oh, we've got Tyler Calvert. Hey, Tyler, hope you're doing well. He says, Austin Butler for the new Edward Cullen. I think that could work.
Yeah.
I think he's a little bit too big now. After Elvis, he's probably, not really looking back to a teenage sparkly vampire, I don't think, but maybe.
I'm just imagining him as Edward and he'd just be sounding like Elvis. Keep going. All the time.
Hold on tight, Spider Monkey. Like, nah, I can't. Nah.
Well,
anyway.
I heard that apparently he's having a tough time losing the voice now, from what I've heard.
Yeah, I've seen him in interviews, and he just sounds like Elvis all the time now. I guess because he's been doing that voice for so long. That's his new voice.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so it's that method acting. Like I've heard Daniel Day-Lewis, that happens sometimes to him because he's all method acting.
I suppose it's worked off. He's got loads of awards now for his role as Elvis.
Right. But then the thing is, at the same time, if he goes for acting jobs, they'll be like, well, you sound like Elvis, you can't put on another accent.
Well, there's plenty of jobs going at Las Vegas for Elvis impersonators, so...
Right. He'd be coordinating weddings before we know. Who knows?
Yeah, you never know. If the acting gig dries up, he's always got something to go back on.
Well, that's it. Be doing weddings for $500 and you get married.
Yeah.
Well, here's a question for you guys. And since those are talking about like the Twilight again, do you guys think that they're going to go with like the sparkly vampire kind of gig like they did? I don't see them really doing that, I don't think. But I don't know if that's in the books, is it?
I think times have changed, and as I said, when you look back, when I looked back on some of the dialogue and some of the stuff that happened in that, I was like, it is cringy. And I think I would like to think that we've moved on from that, and that they would do something more, I don't want to say serious, because it's still going to be a teen drama series, let's be honest, but I think a little bit more
mature.
A little bit, as mature as a young adult series could be, you know? I don't think they'll stick with sparkly vampires and just some of the cringy stuff. Anyway.
To be honest, Jimmy, I agree with you. I think they'd go a bit more of a serious tone in the young adult, not like what it was.
And they can learn from what didn't work. Like there was scenes there where Edward was trying to show that, you know, he wanted her blood, you know, like he could smell her, and it was frustrating for him, and it was just so poorly acted because they probably just didn't know how to act that out in the genre that they were in and in the time that we lived in, and I don't know, but it was so uncomfortable to go back and watch that scene now. It's like, what are you doing? Do you want to eat her, or are you like, does she stink, or like, what the hell are you doing?
I can remember watching it and he's doing all that, and I'm like, do you need to fart, mate? You pulling some very funny faces.
What are these faces? Yeah. So I think they've learned from that and hopefully can do better.
Right. That's funny. Does he need a fart? That's great. I might have to rewatch these movies. You know, it's been that long. I haven't seen them all either, so I have to rewatch them, especially the series is coming out. I'm gonna have to maybe educate myself a little bit on them. We'll see. We've got Menagio saying, "What's your thoughts on the teaser trailer for Godzilla and Kong: The New Empire? I'm really hyped for this one, and I'm so glad the MonsterVerse is back in 2024." Yeah, it was only like a little 30-second teaser, I think it was, right?
Yeah, it's small. Yeah.
Yeah. I like Godzilla v Kong. I thought it was entertaining, the battle between them, so I'm intrigued. Yeah, what about you guys?
Yeah, definitely. That's one thing that's huge for my son, because he's right now. I just started introducing my son to like the Toho era and Heisei era of Godzilla, so like all the different movies and stuff like that. And He even got into Gamera for a little bit, and he's been watching that. So he's really excited, and so am I.
Oh, that's awesome, man! That you got to introduce your son to that. That's cool.
Yeah.
And especially like the new ones. New ones are fun, just fun movies. So I get you. Jamie, are you going to be watching this one?
Probably, only because it was filmed like literally maybe 5 minutes from my house. So yeah, I'm.
Wow,
that's cool.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Our city's booming at the moment. They're calling it Goldiewood, I think, like Hollywood, but it's the Gold Coast because so many cool things are being shot here. I don't know if it's technically called this, but there's something like the apple doesn't fall from the tree or something like that. And it's starring Margot Robbie, and that's literally like across from my cousin's work. They put up all these signs, and the lady's like, "Oh my gosh, I just saw Margot Robbie," and my cousin's like, "Where?" She's like, "Out there." So yeah, it's really, really cool that like this tiny little town that it's not tiny, but this little place in Australia is getting recognized in such a big way. So yeah, I think it's cool. In saying that, Godzilla's great, but yeah, I'll probably watch it just to be like, "Oh, that's that place," or "Hey, they did that." I don't know.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
Jamie, why aren't you
That's
going
amazing.
to these places to meet Margot Robbie? I would be straight there.
Well,
honestly, dude,
I'd be out the door.
Yeah, and I told my husband, and I thought, is this a good idea to tell him? Like, this is probably not the right idea. He'll leave me. But yeah, because they filmed Dora, the latest Dora, like the live action of Dora here.
Okay,
and
yeah.
My little cousin was obsessed with Dora the Explorer. And so we stalked out that place and we got to see like the filming location and stuff, which was cool. But yeah, the Margot Robbie one, I think will be a little bit more security, let's say, for all the hot guys for her and girls, if you're into that. Yeah. I mean, I'd be into that. It's Margot Robbie, but yeah, you know what I'm saying. There'd be a lot more security because it's Margot Robbie rather than Dora the Explorer.
That's true. So a quick question. So if Godzilla and Kong, the new one's being filmed like right next to where you are, have you been able to see like any of it at all, or like any of the sets or anything, or?
I haven't. No, like Village Roadshow. Sometimes they put up like behind the scenes of things, like if they've got like a pool shot, like an underwater shot, and they've got like the pool and they're filming underwater or whatnot. They'll post things sometimes, but yeah, not that. But like if you were to go to my cousin's work, you could see where they were filming for the Margot Robbie thing. Sometimes they shot at like the beach, which is called the Spit, and that's a very open place that you can just go there and see. But okay. I haven't personally seen anything to do with Godzilla. No. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So cool that it's getting filmed in your town, though. That's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. It's cool.
That's awesome. And Pete, what do you think about the new Godzilla and Kong? Did you see the teaser?
I haven't seen the teaser, but I know it's coming out really soon. Looking forward to it. I like the first one. Just have more Godzilla v Kong action, not so much human stuff. I'm just not that keen on that sort of human side stories. Just like, yeah, that's nice, but it's Godzilla versus Kong. We want to see that.
Yeah. And I think, to be honest, from when I went on Wikipedia after I saw a teaser, I think some of the human characters from the past couple of movies are back in. Maybe, I don't know what roles, but hopefully less of the roles.
Yeah, I watched, is it King of the Monsters, and you had like Godzilla fighting all these monsters, and then the next minute it's like EastEnders with family drama. I'm just like, what?
It did feel like a soap. Yeah, it did. Especially like Millie Bobby Brown was in that as like a big name as well.
Yeah, she's in Godzilla v Kong as well, isn't she?
Yeah.
So I can't remember a lot about the movie, but I think so.
Yeah, she is. She's like kind of the Godzilla storyline where they discover, Mecha Godzilla and stuff. That's her storyline.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. Jamie, by the way, are you still okay to stay or not? Because I know you said you only could do about an hour or so.
Yeah, I might bounce now because she's coming quite a bit, so I might head off and be a mum.
All right.
Yeah. Thanks for having me on, you guys. Thanks again, Mike.
Hey, you're welcome, Jamie. Thanks for joining us. Check out Jamie's channel down below in the description.
Yeah. Give me a sub. All right. Thanks, everyone. Bye.
Cool. See ya.
Bye.
Bye.
Are you guys okay to stay? If you need a bounce, you can. It's all
cool. I can stay.
Yeah, pretty good. Yeah.
All right. Cool. Well, we've got Ryan saying, "Hey, Mike." So, hey, Ryan. It says, "Thought I'd pop in real quick. Just got out of watching. How am I pronouncing that?
Oh, it's that Chevalier. Chevalier. I think it's that new
Chevrolet, is it?
or Chevalier. Yeah.
Chevrolet. Ryan was telling me about this movie, but I don't know how you pronounce it. So I was like, oh, cool. Chevrolet, okay. Thought I'd share someone got a nice nap. There's a guy in the back that's been stolen away the whole movie. Thought it may have been Richard.
Nice.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised, Ryan, if it was, to be honest with you. But yeah, if you're still watching, let us know how the movie was. Anyway, because I've not really heard anything about it. I got Traction says, do penguins have knees? I don't know. What a random question. Do penguins have knees? I'm assuming no.
I don't know. I haven't got David Attenborough on speed dial. If I did, I'd ask him.
Phone a friend. We got to phone a friend.
Right.
Yeah.
Where's Chris Tarrant? Let's see. Thanks for the question, Traction. Ryan says, on to Evil Dead Rise next. Hope it's worth the hype. Yeah, man, looks good.
Oh yeah, I'm expecting it to blow everything out of the water.
I'm excited to hear what people think of it as well, especially like our YouTube community and stuff like that that we're in. That'll be cool to hear. Yeah. I've got my partner Emma's jumping in. Hey Emma, I says you better not see it without me. I won't be. Don't worry. If I did, I think I'd be kicked out of the house, so I won't be. You're all good. We've got Lego saying, I watched the Home Alone remake. It's to me the definition of a remake ruining an iconic franchise. It makes me want to give Disney the middle finger and want to unsee it if that's how much I hate it.
It's bad. The kid's really annoying, and he's actually quite a nasty kid. He is. He's not likable in one sense of the word. And the people who are like the robbers in it, you really do feel sorry for them, and their backstory is just like you can kind of get why they're doing it because they're really down on their like money troubles and that. And he does some really cruel things to them, and the whole story just doesn't work. The kid was from Jojo Rabbit, I think.
Yeah, and then Jojo Rabbit is like a really likable character as well.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
Something must have happened in the script department. That's all I've got to say.
Got to have been.
Yeah. Well, there's a reason why they put it on Disney Plus and not put it in cinemas.
Oh, if that was in cinemas, it would have tanked straight away. But I think because when it released, it was in that kind of COVID pandemic era where a lot of people was just in. So I was like, oh, Home Alone at Christmas. Oh, cool, you know?
But, yeah, from the looks of the film, it cost about as much as a Disney Plus monthly subscription. It felt very cheap.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, I didn't hear good things about it, but I've also heard about what you're saying, Pete, about the backstory and about the ending as well. And I was just like, wow, this just sounds bad, you know. So yeah, I didn't bother, to be honest. I've got Minajio saying, I'm watching Evil Dead Rise on Monday. I'm super pumped for it. Let's get it. When are you guys watching it? Well, Norin might be going tonight to check it out.
Yeah, hopefully tonight. Yeah, fingers crossed. Yeah, tonight.
I'm going Tuesday. Pete, when do you think you might check it out?
I don't know. May try it the weekend or next weekend, or depends on if it comes to streaming pretty soon. But I definitely do want to see it.
Well, originally I heard it was going to be a streaming movie, but it got well received. They're like, right, let's put it into the cinema.
Yeah, I can remember that because it was originally going to come out late last year in September time with a streaming only release, and then they said like, oh no, we're going to put it on the cinema. But there seemed to be a good amount of talent behind the scenes because isn't Bruce Campbell like a producer on it or something?
Yeah, him and Sam Raimi, I think, producing it as well. Yeah, executive producing something. Yeah.
Oh, that's good to hear.
Yeah, I'm a bit surprised by some decisions. Like that one was going to go to streaming. Obviously, they changed it, which was good because it's a massive fan base for Evil Dead. But then like Prey and Hellraiser got straight to streaming releases, which is a bit weird.
Prey was really good. Because,
yeah, they did really good. I liked them, but I think it's just because those two franchises, like when you kind of look at them, they were more kind of down in the dumps a little bit. Like the last few Predator films weren't that well received, as much and stuff like that. And Hellraiser, it's been a long time since anybody's respected a Hellraiser film.
I think that's been straight to DVD since the late 90s, hasn't it, Hellraiser?
Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah. I've only seen the first three and that new one. I wasn't the biggest fan of the new Hellraiser. I thought it was a little bit slow paced. It felt a little bit too long, 2 hours.
I agree. I think Norin really liked it though.
Yeah, I had it. It's in terms of the ranking. When I did my Hellraiser ranking, it was third in my list. So I still love the first two.
Probably much more better than those straight to DVD ones, because I've seen some of the pinheads in the later ones, and I'm like, wait, what? What's happened to Doug Bradley?
Yeah, it's, I watched a couple of them, and then I was just like, nah, I'm good. And then I watched the new one, of course. Yeah, so Evil Dead though, I'm excited for. I'm really surprised they're just going to put that into streaming, but I'm glad it's getting a cinema release. Right, let's have a look. We've got now you're just saying I hope it lives to the hype. Yeah, absolutely. Yep. Lego says also I hope none of you saw the abomination that is Cats. It's basically the ultimate live action furry movie. I didn't see it.
I heard it was pretty bad.
It?
No, I didn't watch it.
I saw the trailer. That was enough. Actually, I remember, was it watching TV and seeing like them talking about it on the news, and I was like, this is nightmare fuel. Whoever decided this to release this in cinema, why?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it had like a massively star-studded cast as well. And
yeah, and then there's James Corden as a big bushy cat. No.
Right.
No.
Yeah, like you, Pete, I saw the trailer and I was like, nah, not for me, really. So no, I've not. Okay, Traction. Have you ever tried your dog's food?
Dog food?
What? I remember eating some pedigree chum when I was drunk. You know what? It wasn't bad. I had issues taking a dump.
Oh my god! Shit.
Fuck.
No. Never. Man.
What the fuck?
I've done some silly things being drunk, but never tried dog food. I fell asleep on a counter before. I fell asleep on a countertop before.
I've fell asleep on a table before, but I imagine your dump would probably look like the dog food.
There's like little biscuits coming out.
They're definitely not coming around for dinner at your house. No. Shepherd's pie with pedigree chum. No thanks.
Oh man. I've never fallen asleep on a countertop before. That's a new one.
Yeah.
I've fallen asleep on the stairs.
Have you?
On the stairs, nice.
Yeah, I was like really tired and I just fell asleep on the stairs halfway up the stairs. I was surprised I didn't actually fall down the stairs.
Oh damn.
I was about to say, did you wake up and you're down at the bottom or what?
No, my dad woke me up. He said, Pete, I'm trying to get downstairs, so could you move out the way, please? And then he walked downstairs, left me asleep on the stairs.
Oh man, that's great. Your dad's a legend. We've got Joe. He says, I have tried dog food. I did it as a YouTube shot not long ago. I remember that actually. Yeah.
Oh wow.
The wife will take your shorts, Joe. Okay.
Oh.
I don't know if you check out them, take them. I don't know. Menagio says, Mike. Oh, Menagio, hello. I got Film Review Central. So hey, what's up? They say favorite and least favorite Bond movie.
Nice.
Well,
great question.
Easy one for me because I've only ever seen the Daniel Craig ones. Favorite Casino Royale, least favorite Quantum of Solace. That's my answer.
Nice.
you guys have a big experience of James Bond though. So, Norin, do you want to go first?
So yeah, my favorite is Skyfall. That's my absolute favorite. It just had everything I kind of wanted a Bond film to have, and it was very emotional. And my least favorite is Die Another Day. I'm not the
Yeah.
biggest fan of Pierce Brosnan, and that's a film that just doesn't age well. Like it's the proof of like a film that just doesn't age that well. It's pretty bad.
Is that the one with the jet ski scene?
Yeah, it's with Halle Berry.
Oh, yeah, and the invisible car.
Yep.
An invisible car.
It felt more like Thunderbirds than bloody James Bond.
So I've seen that jet ski scene on YouTube, and I was like, oh, how bad like the green screen CG is.
It's
But
bad.
I did not know about an invisible car though.
And you got a Madonna soundtrack as well.
But then you know the movie's destined to fail.
Yeah. She was also in it too. She was like, she played like in a fencing scene. She was in the scene like towards the beginning.
Yeah, I can remember that scene. The only good thing was Halle Berry.
now that will definitely boost the movie, whether she's in. But
she does wear a very nice bikini in that film. Oh.
Okay. Might have to check it out. I'm not a fan of Madonna though. Never have been.
Nah, nor am
I. Okay. Well, cool picks, Norin. I do like Skyfall, so it's a good pick.
Skyfall's good. Yeah, that one's good. That one just had everything I wanted. And I didn't mind them kind of letting you know more stuff about Bond's backstory. I thought the stuff they told us was really interesting, and I found it quite cool.
Yeah, it was something different, and like Adele's song "Skyfall" for it as well was pretty good. So
that was good. Yeah, it was a good 50th anniversary for the Bond franchise.
Yeah. And Pete, what about you? What's your favorite and least favorite Bond movie?
My favorite Bond film probably has to be the Roger Moore one, The Spy Who Loves Me. It just feels like quintessential Bond from like the 60s and 70s. From the theme song to Roger Moore, he's firing at all cylinders there. I think that's his best performance, or the one from the 80s. Can't remember what it's called now. The one where he kicks a car over.
Was that For Your Eyes Only?
For Your Eyes Only, yes. They're both his best roles, but The Spy Who Loved Me just does it for me. And you've got the introduction of Jaws as well. Another highlight would probably be On Her Majesty's Secret Service. That's another highlight for me. Really enjoyed that one. Least favourite, I'm probably going to go with Die Another Day. It is a pretty bad film.
Yeah, it is. It is. It really is.
It feels... You got John Cleese's Q as well, haven't you, in that?
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, it's just like, I think the guy who used to play Q, he passed away at the end of the last film, didn't he, in real life? Dennis, whatever his name was. And John Cleese took over, and he was just like, is this like Monty Python or Fawlty Towers? What is John Cleese doing here? But yeah, it's just not the greatest. Also not really a big fan of Spectre. I think that's quite a dull and boring film.
I agree. I wasn't huge on Spectre or even the last one. I don't know about you guys, but No Time to Die. I didn't like that one.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
50.
Yeah, I really like that one. That was, I think that was my second. It was my second or number one film from that year that it came out.
Oh, really?
Wow. I think that was 2021, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah,
delayed for ages, weren't it?
Yeah, I think there's a lot of like behind the scenes stuff as well, though. I think
because it was going to be a Danny Boyle film, but he fell out. And they got the other guy in. I thought the opening half hour was incredible for that film. I like references to all the other Bond films in it.
Yeah, there was a lot. It was a lot of good Easter eggs.
Yeah, I like Anna de Armas's scene in that movie, though. I think she's one of the best parts of that movie.
Oh yeah.
Even though she's only in it for 5 minutes, but
right,
brilliant in it.
It's golden.
Yeah,
definitely. I'm gonna have to sit down at some point and watch the Bond movie so I can actually finally say I've seen them all and see what you guys are talking about with these Roger Moores and Sean Connery ones and stuff as well.
There's A View to a Kill with James Bond. Roger Moore, he's like nearly 60 and he makes out with a woman over half his age, like 25 years old.
Wow.
Yeah, apparently that Bond girl, her mother was younger than him as Bond. She was in her 50s and he was nearly 60.
Wow, what?
And it's just like, all the women fall for James Bond, even though he's close to his pension.
That must be, he must be getting a great pension. So they're like, oh, hey, here we go. Oh, wow. Okay. Well, thank you for the question of film review, Sandro. I appreciate it, man. That's an awesome one. Traction says, thoughts on the film Pete talked about last night, The Hunt. That came out a couple of years ago, right?
The one with Mads Mikkelsen I was talking about last night.
Oh, okay. I don't think I know that one then.
Yeah.
No, yeah. The only one I know of was
there was a
that
horror
one
one,
that-
weren't there?
yeah, there was one that I remember they postponed it or they took it out the theater's release or something because it happened at around the same time a shooting happened or something really big happened over here and they kind of postponed the release of that film.
Okay. Right, because the movie I thought you were talking about there was The Hunt, like the horror movie, The Hunt. Came out.
Yeah, we were talking about the one with Mads Mikkelsen last night. I was quite late last night.
Oh, apologies.
That's a tough watch. That is. You feel for his character in that.
Oh, okay. Never heard of it, Pete.
It's a foreign one. It's like a drama. He works as a school teacher and he gets accused of something he hasn't done, and it shows the effects on his life. The whole village turns on him, and you really do feel sorry for the guy. He is broken by the end of the film, and you feel for him. And there's such a sense of anxiety with the whole film watching it, because even when the conclusion happens, it really leaves you quite shocked. It's a great film.
Well, I like Mads Mikkelsen as well. So when did this movie come out?
Oh, it must have been about 10 years ago, I think. 2014, I think.
Okay. Norin, have you heard of this one?
No, I haven't heard of that one at all. I like Mads Mikkelsen, so I'd definitely be able to check. I would love to check it out, especially because like he was so good in like the Hannibal TV show and a lot of other stuff that he's been in.
I think it's on Arrow. It is over here in the UK, so it might be over in the US on Arrow. Okay,
yeah. Well, thanks for the question, Traction. But yeah, Pete, I'm gonna have to check it out now. You've sold us on it. Quite a few. To be honest, whenever you guys are talking on the stream on your Wednesday ones or Scott's Friday ones, there's always like new movies I find out about.
Yeah.
Like you guys, last couple of weeks have been talking about one called the Last Matinee or the Last Matinees.
Yeah, the Last Matinee. Yeah.
The Last Matinee, nice.
Yeah, that's a good film. That's on Arrow.
I've heard good things now. You guys have all been reviewing it. So I'm like, I've got to watch this movie now. And then Nora's told me the other day about Ghost Watch. So I was like, I'm going to have to check out Ghost Watch as well. So.
Oh, what, the one with Michael Parkinson then?
Yeah, I believe so, yeah.
Yeah, that's a great one. That's such a creepy watch, that is.
I know, yeah. I was telling my wife, I texted her about it and was letting her know about kind of the concept of that film. And she said it sounded really awesome, like interesting. Plus, it came out before Blair Witch Project, so they kind of really kind of were ahead of their time with the whole found footage thing and what they were doing.
I'm gonna watch it.
Apparently, when it aired on a Saturday night, and it was supposed to run for an hour, but it run for an hour and a half. So people tuned in at 10 o'clock over here. It's like news time, and they were watching that. And because it was like Michael Parkinson, and he's like a real big TV presenter over here, people thought it was real. They were terrified. BBC got so much in trouble for it. They're not even allowed to air it over here anymore.
Wow. I think it wasn't long ago that got a Blu-ray release over here, I think.
Yeah, I got a really nice box set of it. You got a script with it, you get a booklet with it, poster. That's really nice.
All right, okay. I'm sold. I'm going to have to check that one out as well. Because Nora messaged, he's like, what's your thoughts on Ghostwatch? I was like, I haven't seen it. I tell you. I tell you what, I did watch the other night, though, Norin, when you were talking about that with me. I watched The Green Inferno.
Oh.
Watched that one. Because...
Eli Roth?
Yeah. Because for ages I've been seeing my partner ever. I wanted to watch like a lot of I want to see some disturbing movies. Like I've always been intrigued by them, but never really watched them. So we start with that one, and there's a gross scene with an eye for sure.
Ooh, yeah.
But I just imagine it was like a candy eye, like a sweet eyeball.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah.
It's not too bad.
Yeah. The one I watched the other week, Eden Lake, that's a rough watch.
I was just gonna say, yeah, that one's probably. I didn't even really like the movie, but it's just like the ending and where they kind of leave you off at, and like where they leave you hanging as an audience member. You're like, really? You're like, you kind of want to just give them the finger. You're like, F you. Like, you're like,
Yeah. And the scariest thing is, it feels so real, like it could happen.
Oh yeah.
That's true, yeah. Because if you really do look at it from a perspective of like, especially for me being a parent, like if you look at it from both perspectives, you're like, oh, that's what sucks is like you could kind of see both sides and see, like Pete said, where it would actually kind of take place, and you're like, damn.
I saw the movie years ago, but I don't remember like a lot around it. From what I remember, though, I remember it being a really good movie.
Yeah, I was surprised to see Michael Fassbender in it.
Oh wow! Oh, I can't remember if he's in it. I know Jack O'Connell's in it. I think he's the main arsehole in that movie.
Yeah.
From what I remember. That's all I remember really about the movie, though, really, and obviously the main actress in it as well. That's all I remember.
She's from Yellowstone, isn't she? She's in that.
Yeah, and she plays the Kevin Costner's daughter, or that character in the film or the TV show.
So I might have to check that one out again because it's been a while. I've remember good things about it. We've got Menagio saying Dan Stephen is the main lead for Godzilla and Kong. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. We've got True Action saying Basic Instinct or Fatal Attraction. Erotic thrillers were amazing back in the 90s. We need more of them.
Oh, wow. That's a good question, actually.
That is a good question. Two great films.
Yeah.
I've never seen any of them, so I can't comment.
Oh, damn, Mike. You're missing out. You're missing out.
I
Especially
know.
with Basic Instinct. Whoa.
I know. And both of them had like really nice 4K releases as well. So I'm tempted to get them, but so I'm out. What about you guys?
If I had to pick one to watch right now, I would probably pick Fatal Attraction before Basic Instinct. I really do like both, but I think Fatal Attraction, I have more fun with it. It's more rewatchable than Basic Instinct for me.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. Pete?
I haven't seen Fatal Attraction in years, but I really did enjoy it. But I watched Basic Instinct recently, and yeah, I'll probably say that one. I think like Sharon Stone with Michael Douglas, and it being a Paul Verhoeven film, I do like his work, so I'd say that one.
I like Paul Verhoeven as well. That's a good pick. I like Michael Douglas as well, to be fair. So
yeah.
And who are the main ones in Fatal Attraction?
Who? Fatal Attraction? Oh, we have Mike. Yeah, it's Michael Douglas still, and then the lead was
Glenn Close.
Glenn Close, yeah.
Glenn Close. That's the one. That's what.
Mind you, when I watch out, I just think of 101 Dalmatians. That's the thing.
Yeah, I remember about the 101 Dalmatians. Yeah, definitely a known role for Glenn Close. Sai says, adding to this, he says, "Do you remember the erotic thriller Body of Evidence with Willem Dafoe and Madonna? It's bad."
I've heard of it. I've heard of it with Madonna, but I didn't know Willem Dafoe in it. Poor guy.
No, I know, poor guy. He suffered for us. That's okay. Sai says, "What's your favorite serial killer movie?" For me, it's either Seven or Zodiac, both by David Fincher.
Both very good.
I really like Seven. I haven't seen Zodiac. I like Seven though.
Yeah, definitely. I would say Zodiac, or for me, another good one was Jeremy Renner did a movie where he played Dahmer. That was really good, like kind of early in his career. Like that was a really good one.
Oh wow! I did not know he did that.
Yeah, I can't remember what year it came out, but yeah, he did it like before he got casted as Hawkeye, anything like that. Before he was well known. But yeah, he did a Dahmer movie. I believe it was just kind of low budget, kind of like straight to DVD, video type thing.
Get you. Oh wow, okay, that's interesting. You got from Dahmer to Hawkeye. That's a bit of a contrast.
I know, but that dude's tough as nails, man. After what happened to him, did you guys see what happened to him? And now he's healing up. I still have to watch the 20 and 20 interview that he did, the special. I still have to watch that episode.
I didn't see the interview. I heard through bits and pieces what happened with the snowplow and he got caught in it or something like that.
Oh yeah, he basically got crushed, and I was like, oh my god, it just sounds awful what happened, and now he has to rehabilitate and do everything. But it was really nice to Chris Evans put out this funny tweet about did anybody check on the snowplow? It's a joke because Jeremy Renner's such a tough guy.
That's funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I saw him on an interview recently. I think he was on Jimmy Fallon or Kimmel, I think, one of them. And yeah, he seemed to be up and about just with a walking stick as such. But he seemed to be getting up and about, which is awesome to see.
That's the main thing. Great to see he's recovering.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I mean, I think he'll be out of films for a while, I think. Which I hope he is anyway. He should take time, obviously, focus on himself, but...
Oh yeah, enjoy that family time, you know what I mean? Because I'm pretty sure he's got his family all around him and just hanging out,
Get you. Yeah, in terms of the question, I don't have an answer. I'd have to have a really good think about it before I could answer it personally. Pete, do you have an answer?
The only thing I can think of is some stuff From Hell, Jack the Ripper stuff, or Seven, because Seven's brilliant. Again, you, Mike, I haven't seen Zodiac yet, but I've heard that's really good. You've got, isn't that one with Robert Downey Jr. in it? Jake Gyllenhaal and Mark Ruffalo's in it?
Yeah, it was a really good cast, definitely.
I'll have to check that out.
Yeah, I've heard great things about Zodiac, Pete. Yeah, like yourself, just never got to it. But Seven's really good, though. Seven's really good. Love that movie.
Oh yeah, what's in the box?
Yeah.
And the partner in of Brad Pitt and Morgan Freeman just worked really well.
Yeah,
definitely.
Morgan Freeman's a dream. He's one of those actors. I've rarely ever seen Morgan Freeman in something that I didn't like.
Oh, the guy can read the back of the bean tin because he's just got such a relaxing voice.
Yeah, I love Morgan Freeman. I've seen recently though he's gone bald. You guys seen it?
Oh really? No, I haven't seen that.
No.
I don't know if it was for a movie or something, but yeah, he was completely bald. I was like, he looks weird.
How old is he? Because he's always looked the same in films ever since I've seen him. That's the mystery. I don't think he's ever really aged.
I don't know. He was
one guy who hasn't aged is Sam Elliott.
Right. That's a good point, actually.
He looks fantastic.
It says Morgan Freeman is 85.
85.
Wow.
Yeah, it's national treasure, that man.
Yeah.
We've got Sai saying, I once fell asleep in a skip. Wow, okay. That's funny. Menagio says, guys, who do you think could be a villain possibly for Godzilla and Kong apart from possibly the other Kong species? I would love to see Destroyer, but we know how bad that will probably end for Zilla. I think on the synopsis on Wikipedia I read that there's going to be another being that I think Kong and Godzilla got to team up against, but I don't know who that is.
I would love to see. I mean, I know they're not going to do it, but I would love to see Space Godzilla. That's as a kid, that was my favorite, and that's a nostalgia favorite, Godzilla versus Space Godzilla. But I think Destroyer makes a lot of sense. Or they could even do the second version of Mechagodzilla, like Mechagodzilla 2.0. They did that before, so there's a lot of different routes they can go. Biolanta is a good one too, as well.
Gigan.
Yeah, Gigan. That's one of my son's favorites. He loves Gigan because he has the saw on his chest, and he's got like the hook arms and stuff.
Oh, okay. I get you. I'm not. I don't know a lot. I don't know pretty much anything about the lore of Godzilla, so I'm gonna go with Norin's answer. Pete, do you know much about Godzilla?
I'm not very well versed in it either. The only thing I can think of, I'll get the King Kong from the Peter Jackson film and let them fight that. I don't know.
That would be a multiverse.
Mm.
Oh man, that would be intriguing. Let's have a look. We've got Lego News first. He says, really funny thing that happened to me one time. I was sleeping on my bed till when I woke up in my sister's bed, and it was so weird. And I was like, how the hell did I get here?
Oh no.
Sounds like a wild night, my friend. I don't know. Can't answer that one. Unless do you sleepwalk, Lego? I mean, we don't know at this point. I've got Paul, KBCC. So, hey, Paul. He says, hey, Mike, do you think we'll see a new James Bond film in the next 5 years? Yeah, I think there'll definitely be a new one in the next 5 years.
Yeah.
It's like, obviously, Amazon, as Pete was saying, has bought MGM, who owns the Bond franchise or property even. So, they're bound to get a new movie out there at some point.
Yeah, but we don't know who the next Bond is. That's the thing.
Yeah. I don't think they've done any announcements or anything, have they? So
no, they haven't. It's been like 2 years now since No Time to Die, and that was delayed for like 2 years because of the pandemic. So you kind of thought they'd be working on it in the background, like getting the script in place, ready to get going, shooting it and filming it. Because I remember, like back in the 60s and 70s, it was a Bond film nearly every year or 2 years. Even in the 90s with like Pierce Brosnan, once they sorted out all the legal stuff, it was quite frequent. But it just seems to be now like every 5 or 6 years.
Yeah, it seems to be a lot more time between them than just once a year. Yeah. I think if they're going to do another James Bond, I think it'd probably be worth getting like a young actor if they're going to have them in for like 5,
That's
6
what they
movies.
did say.
Yeah. Norin?
I think definitely we'll see one in the next 5 years, even if they don't know kind of what they're doing concept-wise right now or where they're going to go. My idea I would love for them to do is if they planned the next Bond film and it was kind of like MI6 was kind of, looking for recruits and trying to hire people. So you have like 3 different actors who could possibly be James Bond, and you'll have them casted for the movie. Don't tell us what their name is in the movie. And then you have them basically go trying out to be for MI6 to be an agent. And then at the end of the movie, you find out like who's your James Bond. I think that would be kind of interesting. It'd be something different, something we've never seen, but still kind of familiar.
Amazon, if you're watching this, hire Norin. Hire him. Hire him. That sounds amazing.
I think it would be a really great thing.
I think that would be a really cool idea. Keep the audience in suspense as who it's going to be.
It's a good introduction to a new Bond, not just like, here you go, here's a new Bond. We get to find out who it is, and we get to. It's like a bit of a mystery, like, oh, I pick him, or I pick him.
Yeah, and then you could even have like 3 kind of newer actors and kind of propel their career into something else. You know what I mean? Even if they're not the James Bond, oh, well, we saw them in that one movie, we're going to cast them to be in this, kind of thing.
Right. Plus, at the same time, if they did a vote like that, what Norin said, whoever didn't be chosen for James Bond could be a villain for the next Bond movie.
Yeah.
Amen to that.
Norin, I like your idea, man. That's a great idea.
Thanks, brother.
Well, it's copyrighted in the stream, Amazon, so you have to buy the rights from Norin if you want to use his idea. It's not.
I know, hit me up. All I want is just screenwrite like my name at the top. That's all I need.
I like it though. Great idea. Slightly saying, who's your favorite Bond girl? Britt Eklund for me. But as I said before, I haven't seen many Bond films, so I can't really say I have a favorite. I like Ana de Armas' appearance though, so I'm going to go Ana de Armas, although she wasn't a Bond girl technically.
That is a great choice, though. I would probably say Ava Green as Vespa for me. That would probably be my favorite.
Oh,
Okay.
very nice.
For
For me, Eva Green, or is it Olga Kurylenko in Quantum Solace? She's quite nice.
Oh yeah, she's good. Yeah, she was cool. I think she did a really good job.
Yeah, I liked her in that film. Probably one of the best things about the film.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%. 100%. If at any point you guys need to go, feel free. It's all good. We've got Nigel saying, I can't wait to own Scream 6 on 4K. When do you guys think the physical release window will be? I know it's on pre-order, but personally find it frustrating we don't have a date yet. I thought that was going to be in a couple of months, if that.
I think it's in June or July time.
I think so.
I would say we'd probably definitely get it before August. I would think so. Hopefully.
Yeah, I think it's June or July time because it's coming out streaming in the next couple of weeks, so it won't be long before it comes out on physical.
Yeah, I was going to say it probably won't be too much longer. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. We've got Marvel fans saying, I still can't believe I got a really good bargain for Heim vinyl. Oh, awesome, man. What bargain did you get? How much was it? Let us know.
Nice.
Let's have a look. We've got...
Speaking of vinyls, though, I do have one. I was because I was talking about what Jason, we were talking about vinyls and albums we own, and I found one of an actual horror movie I own, even though I don't fancy that movie that much. But yeah, like The Exorcist.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
That's brilliant.
Yeah.
That looks like a very old vinyl. I might be wrong. It looks like
Oh yeah, this is my aunt actually found this at a yard sale. I had to been like, I was probably like 11 or 12 when I remember her finding this at a yard sale, and then like I just found it, and I was like, oh sweet, I found it like kind of in my closet area.
Get you. Oh, that's awesome, man.
That
and is it a plain disc? Have you noticed, or is it like a colorful disc or anything?
Oh no, it's just a plain black disc. Yeah, it's like plain black. Yeah.
It's plain black.
Yeah.
Get you. That's awesome. You own that on vinyl, though. That's really cool.
It is very nice.
We've got. Let's have a look. As you're saying, when is Avatar: Way of Water coming on 4K? Yeah, I think it's got it's like a digital release right now. I think.
Yeah.
I would say probably summer, maybe end of the year. I would have thought.
Yeah, I would say so.
Before we get his other movies, maybe. Viewer Drew says, out of all the original members of Guardians of the Galaxy, how would you rank them? Are we just talking about the main 5 and none of like the bad guys and stuff, or?
I'd assume so.
Yeah. All right. Rank them in terms of who's the best, or just our favorites, or?
Let's see if we had to go. So I would probably say, if just shooting the shit like real quick, I would go Rocket as my favorite.
Yeah.
Followed closely probably by Star-Lord. Then Drax as third. Then Gamera. And it's sad to say, but I'd probably put Groot at the bottom for me.
Yeah, I could get what you mean by Groot. Like, he's a cool character, but he's more like, I had moments where it's like, oh, he's a cute character than like an actual really cool character in a way.
He kind of comes off almost like the Minions, like a funny side character.
Yeah.
It's good for a second, but not really like any character development or anything.
Well, he has some of the best dialogue in the series. I'm Groot.
I'm Groot.
I know. Vin Diesel's easiest pay slip ever.
And he probably still was late for shooting that.
I know. His line was like, I have family. Oh, wait, no. Sorry. I am Groot. I am Groot. I don't know. I think, Norin, you've got a good ranking. I'd probably switch Star-Lord with Drax for me, personally.
Flip-flop those two.
Yeah, Rocket's my favourite. Pete?
I'd say Rocket, Gamora, then Star-Lord, then Drax, then Groot. But I do like them all. They're all great characters.
Yeah, I get you. And the third one's out in a couple of weeks as well, so I'm excited for that one.
Wow.
Yep.
Can't wait.
I'm hoping it goes. Hoping it goes well. I'm hoping it's a good movie. We've got Harry. Hey Harry, hope you're doing well.
Hey,
He says,
Harry.
Hey.
how's it going, guys? Didn't realize three streams on right now. Yeah, just
Did
didn't
you
like
enjoy
a
the
late
gig?
night. Oh, what gig was he at? I think I saw.
I don't know. I see some photos online. He went to a gig. I think he might be a bit drunk.
Oh, that's fair.
Nice.
That's fair. But yeah, Harry. Well, thank you by the way, Harry, for donating for the charity stream as well, man. Really, really appreciate it, and thank you for tuning in, friend. Menagio says, "Do you think we will get a double pack or bundle of Avatar 1 and 2 in 4K?" No, I don't think so.
Don't know.
Not at the
Doubt
moment. Maybe when they release Avatar, the first one, on 4K later on, they might do it then, but not straight away.
Maybe
Yeah.
in 30 years' time when James Cameron's finished with his Avatar.
Yeah, probably. He's always doing something. Menagio says, we all know Avatar 1's not going to get a 4K release. Not anytime soon. Oh, wow. Hey, Zeke. Hey, hope you're doing well, man. Zeke, thanks for the super chat, dude. He says, just sending love. Well,
Sweet. Awesome. Thanks.
Big love to you as well, Zeke. And I think it's the first time catching Zeke on one of my live streams or one of the few times, because he's always working. So, hey, Zeke, thanks for tuning in, man. Thanks for the super chat. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Hope you're doing well. And we've got Traction saying, have you guys got invited to a fancy dress party? Who would you dress up as? It probably depends on the theme, I guess.
I suppose.
Yeah, are we
so.
talking about like fancy like dress, or it's like a theme? Like we have to be a character? Is that the kind of thing I'm guessing?
Well, if he was hosting a party, you'd probably dress up as a gimp suit now and then.
Yeah. Yeah. Gimp suit, people under the stairs attire. That would be perfect for that.
Yeah.
Run for him.
I'll go random. I'll go as Dr. Satan, House of a Thousand Corpses. Just random.
Oh, okay. But I know that character, Norin, so I know who you're talking about, at least.
Nice.
I don't know. Maybe a Ghostbuster. They've always got a cool outfit.
Hell yeah.
Something like that.
Kylo Ren, me.
Well, Pete, you've got the long hair.
Yeah, I got the long hair and I've got the lightsaber as well.
Nice.
Well, thank you for the question, Interaction. Hold on. Harry says, I'm pretty drunk. Just watching this, as probably will fall asleep. Well, appreciate you tuning in, man.
You take care, mate.
Thanks.
The wife is incredibly happy to see Peter here. We didn't know he was joining. Quick call the plumber. The wife is leaking like a water main. Oh, man. Oh, jeez. Oh, hold on. The wife's friend is coming around on Saturday. You know, the one with the sex appeal of an anteater. So no, he was dead for her night. Wow. Okay.
Watch out, Pete.
Watch out, Pete.
Oh, dear.
The plumber's coming round like a water main, apparently. So.
Oh, God.
Oh, man. But well, thank you for tuning in. True Action. Have a great night, my friend.
Yeah.
Night.
Zeke says this is a great idea for Bond, and what Mike just added about one not picked to be a future villain is great too. Nice. Well, thank you, Zeke, my friend. Yeah, obviously, as we said in the stream as well, Norin and Pete are bigger Bond fans than I am. They've seen more movies than me. But I think have they got 25, 26 movies now in the total lot?
25, right? I think, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it's 25. Yep.
Right. I think after 25 movies, they need to do something fresh.
They need to shake it up, definitely.
Yeah, because there's so many like action movies now where Bond's like all these stunts in John Wick or Mission Impossible. Bond feels a bit redundant in a way unless they bring something fresh.
Yeah, I think of freshening up, like you said, in the story department, freshening it up, because at this point now we have so many great cinematographers, we have so many great stunt people and choreographers that action sequences have really, like you said, evolved over the last 10 years.
Right.
Certainly.
And I think they need something to do that as well, to be honest. And Norin, your idea is really good, man. I would like to see that.
Thanks, buddy.
Because imagine if, like, all this time people's been like, "Oh, who's going to be the new Bond?" and they had like 3 people in the running, and they had all them 3 people in the movie. That would be
Yeah,
awesome.
you're just like, you have no idea. You'd be like on the edge of your seat, literally the whole movie.
That'd be like a Scream movie. You'd be guessing all the way through, won't you?
Exactly.
That's true. Yep.
Exactly. And then imagine how many different endings they could film and put them as bonus materials as well. That would be cool.
That's true. Yeah.
Oh yeah, and then you get all those physical media buying, all those people like us just buying that physical media.
Right. We're just selling copies for MGM at this point, guys, I think. Marvel fan says, Haim, something to tell you, was £10 brand new in sale. Wow, okay.
Nice.
That's a really good bargain for a vinyl as well. Obviously,
that's a good deal there.
He says, bought the vinyl off eBay. Oh, okay, that's cool.
Cool.
Hey, glad you got a good bargain, man. That sounds awesome. Menagio says, I feel like Vin Diesel is probably the worst Hollywood actor. He plays the same dull character. I'm not a fan of Vin Diesel, but also adds, same with Jason Statham, same character and all over again. Yeah, I feel like those guys are kind of typecast in a way.
Yeah. Statham's got a bit more oomph on the screen.
Yeah.
Vin Diesel just looks miserable all the time.
He does, but I think it's like with Vin Diesel, it's like he's tied to Fast and Furious and Groot. So don't get me wrong, he might have more range than that, but that's what he's kind of tied to in the last 10 years or so.
Yeah, I think most two words he says during his acting career is Groot and family.
Yeah, literally, yeah. That's all he says. All fans saying, well, same Vin Diesel plays every character in the same movie, but voicing Groot is the only decent thing he's done. Well, especially recently, yeah, I would say so. And then we're going to take this last comment. Viewer Drew says, do you guys think 4-1 and The Incredibles Hulk deserve the hate they get from some people? No, not from me.
They're pretty underrated, especially Incredible Hulk.
Yeah, definitely. Incredible Hulk. Edward Norton and Tim Roth were so good as like the protagonist, antagonist, and then you had Liv Tyler as Betty Ross. That was just fantastic. Really good cast, and I think the special effects were really good too at the time. When you watch it, I think they age really well.
Yeah, I agree there. And I think, was it Kenneth Branagh directed Thor? The first Thor film, and I thought he did well, like displaying Asgard and the grandeur of it. I thought he did all right with that one. Thor: The Dark World, though, that was really quite a bore fest.
Yeah, didn't like the Dark World one at all, but the first one I like. Yeah, I remember seeing the first one in the cinema. Actually, really enjoyed it.
Oh, really?
Nice.
Yeah. Some time ago, though. It feels like years ago now, that one.
12 years ago.
Yeah, it was like 11, 12 years ago now, huh?
Wow, okay. I've got my cinema ticket in here somewhere. It'll be in there. But yeah, well, thank you everyone for the questions. Thank you everyone who's tuning in live or watching this after the fact as well. Thank you for everyone on your comments. Thank you as well, Seek, for the super chat. Really appreciate it, man. And yeah, you can catch Norin's channel down below in the description box. Just click on the link there. Subscribe to his channel, and also Pete as well. Subscribe to his channel. Got streams every Wednesday at 7:30 UK time. Very quickly, guys, before we wrap up, Norin, or Pete, what have you got coming up on your channel?
What, me first? Yeah.
Yeah, because Norin went on mute. So
yeah. I've just uploaded my review of the 4K from Second Sight of Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Got a live stream next week with Nige and Dave from Savage Zombie Reviews, and I've also got some HB premium pickups to show off and a new release from Network.
Nice. So a lot of stuff going on, pretty much.
That's cool.
Yeah, for change.
Well, check out Pete's awesome channel down below in the description box. Playtendoguy, please go check him out. And Norin, what have you got coming up?
Oh, definitely got to finish my 2 last Puppet Master reviews. Then I'll do a kind of a video probably talking about this vinyl and some of the other physical media stuff that I have to talk about. I got Pearl and Cocaine Bear and stuff, so I want to talk about those.
Oh, awesome, man. Yeah, and are you going to be doing a ranking of Puppet Master, is that right?
Yeah, I'll be ranking all the films. So yeah, we're gonna rank all 14 films against each other and see which one comes out on top.
Nice, man.
Very
Nice.
nice.
A lot of awesome stuff. So please go check out Norin as well. Link down below in the description box. Again, thank you to Norin. Thank you to Pete and Jamie Lee as well for joining me tonight. I've got last couple of quick comments. We've got Marvel fan saying good night, guys. So yeah, good night, man. Thanks
Good
for
night,
tuning in.
Marvel fan.
Michael Parker saying peace out. So hey, thank you, Michael,
Night.
tuning in. And Minajio leaving this. Jason Statham always looks angry waiting for his fish and chips. I
I
agree.
can say that.
He does. But yes, thank you guys for the comments. And until next time, we will see you later. See you, everyone.
Bye.